What I'm going to do is pull in the original, that's not. We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Ready? Okay, good morning. Welcome to today's court enforcement hearing. My name is Myrna Lorish. I'm going to be your special magistrate today. This is a quasi judicial hearing, which means it's similar to court, that the way we see it on TV, or if you've ever been in person. However, the rules are less formal. Anybody who's here to speak on behalf of a case will have the opportunity to do so. At this time, for anybody who's going to be providing testimony, in other words, speaking in regards to case, please stand up, raise your right hand for the taking of the oath. So from the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, with that, I'll ask you to please call the first case.
First case on the agenda is page 6, case item number 22, case number 22-1321, property address 1415 North Page Street, property owner, Florida Conference Association of Seventh-day Adventists. Officer B.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach, case number 22-1321, owner's name Florida Conference Association of Seventh-day Adventists. Property location is 1415 North Page Street. Case was initiated as a complaint on August 16, 2022. Existing violations are 14-35, no use and occupancy inspection, which was conducted on March 24, 2023 and disapproved for missing address on the structure, expired fire extinguishers, needs lighted exit sign in cafeteria and upstairs walkway, damaged door glass panel and window panel, missing ceiling panels, open permit, and damaged parking lot. Violation 14-34, no active business license. 23.4-7, parking lot not maintained. 23.2-21, sign permit number 22-4367 has to be moved forward. And violation 23.6-1, M9, tree abuse and improper pruning. Property re-inspected on March 24, 2023 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 16, 2023, and the certified mail was delivered. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 20th, 2023. Last reinspection was on June 20th, 2023, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violation. There has been personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is July 31st, 2023, with a fine of $100 per day. An administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
All right, do we have somebody here on behalf of the property owners? All right, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm going to order the property owner to come into compliance by July 31st of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $100 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city in getting this matter before the magistrate, and that amount shall be due and payable by July 31st, 2023. Next case.
Item number 47 on page 12, case number 23-491, property address 1829 6th Avenue South, and property owner Charlie Dastillo, supervisor Hicks.
Good morning, Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach, case number 23-0491. Property owner Charita Carrillo. Property location is 18296 6th Avenue South. This was a field observation that was initiated on 3/14 of 2023 for existing violations of 23.2-21. Permits required for wooden fence installed in alley without a permit. Formal notice of violation hearing was issued certified mail on 3/15 of 2023. Certified mail was received on 3/18 of 2023. Posted to Property and City Hall on 3/20 of 2023. Last reinspection was on 6/28 of 2023. Photographs have been taken to show the violations. I did have personal contact with the property owner this week. The city's recommendation time for compliance is July 31st of 2023, or fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative cost to be paid of $425.29 by July 31st of 2023. The permit on the property was submitted yesterday with our department, and she's here in the audience.
There's under review the permit application.
The application was just submitted yesterday.
Okay, so it hasn't been looked at yet. Okay. Are we back? Is the city backed up in permits?
It's got to go through zoning, building, so
But nothing, there's no out of the ordinary backup.
no.
Okay. All right, let me hear from the respondent. Please state your name and relationship to the case, please.
My name is Sharita Cirillo,
Okay.
and I reside at 1829 6th Avenue South. Since they sent me the letter, I've been having a hardship since I have a daughter that's gonna die in less than a year. I take care of an 89-year-old mom. I'm a single parent, and I take care of my daughter, take care of my mom, take care of my grandson that he's 11. And it's been hard for me to keep an eye on the fence and do everything I have. So now she's home with long-term care, which is a plus for me because I don't have to be running all the runs since Monday. And I just need extra time to try to correct the error.
Okay, and the officer saying that there was the application for the permit was submitted. Did you hire a contractor?
No, it was just myself
You
and
just
my
did it
brother
yourself? Okay,
and my brother.
okay, is your brother gonna help you?
Well, right now, he said to me last night, sister, don't worry, I'm going to help you. But he has real bad neuropathy
Okay,
and he's sick. He's sicker than my 89-year-old mother. So I have to try with the mercy of anybody who help me and get this solved.
all right. In terms of the compliance, is it just obtaining, well, it would be obtaining the permit and then reversing the planks. Would the city be willing to provide some type of an extension of time until is there a recommendation as to time, given the fact that she has so much going on?
Let's just pull it.
Yeah,
And let
or table it.
table it and let her contact help with the Lake Worth Beach.
Yeah,
The fence is up. Everything's done. It's just a matter of getting the permit approved.
Let's table it and give her allow time to get the permit approved.
yeah, let's go ahead and table it. We'll bring it back in either,
When are you back?
Keith can take.
Next month.
I'm the next month,
Okay.
okay, so I'm next month here too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and table it. We're not gonna do anything today. Stay in touch with your code officer, see if the permit goes ahead and comes through. They'll speak with you, and then if it has to, they'll go ahead and bring it back as needed, okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
I believe. Thank you.
Next on the agenda is page 1, item number 4, case number 15-1534, public request leave reduction, property address 618 North Federal Highway. Case name Haman Donald, Office of Commissioners.
And special magistrate, there are two for the same address. Great, it's one at a time.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorsey with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Case number 15-1534. The city offered a property and property owner Hammond Donald a stipulated agreement for property located at 6118 North Federal Highway. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of city's code ordinance relating to the code reduction of code enforcement liens. The liens is on property totals to the amount of $97,600. The city has reduced the lien down to $19,520, which the owner did not agree with. The lien has been in violation for 8 years. At this time, the city is not inclined to any further reductions.
Reviewed, and the case, when the property doesn't look like the property homestead, correct? It's
No, it's a vacant lot.
okay, it's a big, okay. Finding there's a violation. right, please state your name and relationship to the case.
Sure. My name is Danny Weber. I'm the attorney for Mr. Hammond.
Okay. Is there, what's the basis? I mean, obviously, the parties are free to negotiate whichever way they want, but
So what happened was, and this bill for is the same for this and the next, it's the exact same situation. Okay, so the violation stemmed from in 2015 from some overgrown grass and the foreclosure registration, failure to pay the foreclosure registration. What has happened is none of the notices were sent to Mr. Hammond. The address that's utilized on the city's records is incorrect. Okay, it was taken off the property appraiser's website, which was also incorrect. Property appraiser did not get the address correct on the deed, from the deed. So he was never notified of any of this stuff. He contacted the property appraiser at the end of 2021. We have the form here. Excuse me, end of 2016. I beg your pardon. End of 2016, the address was corrected after that. This whole time, the violations have been corrected since on or about 2016. They've just by maintenance related happenstance, we had a maintenance man. Okay. He's paid the foreclosure registration fee on a yearly basis. So by complete lack of communication from the city to him, he had no idea any of this took place until just this coming year. So to say that the property has been in violation for 8 years is completely false. There was never any re-inspection because we were never notified of the violation to begin with, and then didn't have an opportunity to come before the board to discuss it and have this issue resolved. Again, the violations were corrected in 2015 for this one, 2016 for the one you're going to hear in a moment. So there's no issue of pending violations. This was not a willful neglect to maintain the property, anything like that. This was a complete lack of notice to him because the addresses were wrong. So for that, we feel it's completely inequitable for him to be subject to, number one, $190,000 lien, but even a reduction to $19,000 is completely inequitable for what amounts to a dirt lot that he paid $35,000 for.
was he receiving the bill for the property taxes?
Were you receiving the bill for the property taxes?
Yes, all along now.
And they've been paid all along.
But what started this is in 2016, it was either the first or the second
Mhm.
tax bill. I own two pieces of property. They were bought the same day in the city. We got tax bill for one property on, which is 203 H Street. For the 618 property, we did not get a bill. My office called the tax collector. We got the bill. The bill was paid. The bills have never been delinquent, never, not once. So
You realize that the property taxes where you get the bill comes out of the same address that is in the property tax appraiser's website, right?
you know what? Somehow, that cannot be. Because if you look in the contractor's package, even in the contractor's package where it goes back to the warranty deed, the address is incorrect.
No, but I think what you just said is what substantiates what happened, right? So he did not get the bill for 2016 for this property, and he got it for the other one. So in inquiring with the tax folks why that bill never got there, that I suspect is what alerted him to the fact that the address in the property appraiser's website was wrong. And that's why he submitted the form in 2016 to correct the address.
But he's been getting the tax bills throughout
Yes.
since 2016 after that call was made.
That's correct.
Correct, 'cause the address was
address-
correct at that point.
So the address where the property taxes are going to be sent come off the property appraiser, what they have on record. And that's what the city uses.
But even if you
But
look,
so the city's notice in this instance predates when that happened. And then after, in 2023, when we finally got notice of this, they still use the wrong address.
Did he buy it in 2016?
2015,
Yeah, what is the city's position in regards to that?
As you stated, Your Honor, the city uses the property appraiser's information. If that is incorrect, that's, unfortunately on the property owner to correct and so there's no deficiency in the notice. The records that the city has show that the property has been in default or in violation here and there over the years and through this interim period through 2021. through failure to register on the vacant registry and also with sign press.
What, through, after the lien was recorded, were there any follow-up notices that were sent?
No.
Yeah, after the lien is recorded, the order is sent to them after the hearing. And then once we put it on the foreclosure agenda, which was last month, they're noticed then as well.
Okay, so the first notice I would have received would be the lien when it was recorded, which they're saying was before the mistake was caught.
And you'd have to say when in 16, because this case and the other case, both of those actually, even though this is the 15 case, was heard in 2016. So on this
I'm sorry, what was that date you said?
I'm getting it for you.
Okay,
November 30th was the day that it, according to my record,
that's when we corrected the address.
was violated 2 days prior on the 28th.
Could you provide, has the city seen that?
So this 15 case ran in fines from February 27th of 2016 until July 2nd of 2021. At $50.
And the original citation was when?
The original citation.
That would have been sent by, I think if I know.
Yes. I believe that time it may have been certified with a trade card. I have to in the file. I have to in the file, but I believe it's October 15th.
I'm sorry, what was it? Oh,
I
for-
believe it was October 15th. I had to look at the actual file, but
oh, I have it in front of me. I'll check it.
Your Honor, the information provided by the respondent is that the address on the deed is actually what was incorrect. So the property appraiser's records were accurate. It is the deed that was recorded in the closing that showed a different address.
So that's actually partially wrong and partially true. The address on the deed is incorrect, but the address on the property appraiser is also not the same address that's on the deed. So the address on the deed says 29,700 Northwest something street. What's on the property appraisers is avenue. So I don't know, I can't say for certainty whether it would have gotten to him had the street versus avenue issue been correct. It may have, because it's closer and there is no streets like that. So the mailer would have figured out something's wrong, but they put avenue on the property appraiser's website, which is not even on the deed. So this is like, unfortunately, this is a comedy of errors that had nothing to do with Mr. Hammond. He didn't prepare the deed.
Your Honor, in addition to the mailings, the property is always also posted.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's posted and then it's pursuant to the statute, it also posted at City Hall that constitutes service.
That's all fine and good, but when it's a vacant piece of lot and the folks live in Miami, and I get that, but the point of it is the inequity of the situation results in for what amounts to long grass to have a $19,000 fine.
See, but the problem that I have is that you try to go ahead and pull the wool over my eyes and trying to tell me that the property appraiser had it wrong and that's what it was sent. But then you admitted that somehow he's getting the property taxes invoice. And then when we get the document to go ahead and see the name, the change in the address, it doesn't match with what we just said you represented happened.
I beg to differ. Everything I told you is exactly reflected there. I don't understand where the misconception could be. Exactly what I explained to you is what happened. The property appraiser was wrong all along from 2015 when he bought the property. It was based on the deed being wrong, but the property appraiser doesn't even reflect what's on the deed. That's all true. He corrected it in 2016 after he failed to get the notices of taxes.
All right, let me ask you this. And he seems like a smart businessman and sophisticated. Once you realize that there's a problem in the warranty deed, was there a corrective deed that was done?
Is there a correct? There's nothing, no.
Didn't you just say that the address on the warranty deed is wrong?
I did, but that doesn't misconvey title. Title insurance, there's no misconveyance of title. The address is not an effective component of real estate conveyance, so a corrective warranty deed is not necessary. It's merely an avenue for mailing.
Okay. So there has never been a corrective deed on it?
No, and it's not necessary. That's clean title any day of the week.
No, I pursuant to the statute, the problem is that he got service. In accordance with the statute between the posting. The fact that he was using the property appraiser's office.
But
And what was the other one? It was sent certified, it was posted at the property and it was posted at City Hall.
I understand it, but the issue again is the city failed to communicate with him from 2016, the end of 2016 till 2023. So the fact that the lien has accrued to $100,000 for what amounts to long grass, that's why we're here. That's where the inequity lies. We'll pay a fine. That's not the issue. It's the amount of the fine because there was a lack of communication for 7 years. They didn't do anything for 7 years.
The problem is that if the city had to go ahead and keep communication with every single property owner that has been, has on a regular basis
I just
to
think that,
make them do what they're supposed to do, then
but if you turn
that's
around your
just-
fine, if you turn around your fines, your fine process in a timely manner and not wait 7 years and sit on it, again, we're willing to take our lumps here. But the tune of 19,000, and the fact that there's two of them, by the way, the exact same situation, but there's an additional caveat for the one in a second. It's the same situation, and there's been two of them. They're asking us to pay $30,000 in fines for, again, grass-related issues.
I was just, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but is the other one also in relation to maintenance of grass?
The case had
No, I was gonna say, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yes.
London Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach. Again, 2015, you had the case, 2016, there's a lien also, 2017, there was abandoned vehicles, there was another case, 2017, we cut the lot, the city did a lot clearing and we had to cut his lot. 2021, there was a case, and 2021, there was abandoned vehicles also. So the city has pretty much been maintaining this lot since 2015.
And it seems like it has been several years and notices have been going out and
So can I address one thing about the 2021 issue? The 2021 violation, which I have a copy of, is for also the lack of the foreclosure registration. And they sent it to the right address. They sent it to 2970 Northwest 22nd Street,
And it was taken care of.
and it was taken care of immediately. It's just a matter of paying the registration bill. But again, we got notice of this one, so we corrected it. We had no idea that there was another violation pending in the interim. This was just sitting there unbeknownst to him until 2023. That's really the situation. So again, with respect, we understand there was a violation. It was corrected. It was not a lack of compliance. This is an issue of he had no idea it existed. And only because the city took 7 years to do anything about it is why we're here.
Your Honor, this is a misconstruence of the facts. The city followed its case process. It went to lien.
I'm not concerned about they said he didn't do any 7 years because again, every jurisdiction can go ahead and operate their business in whichever way they deem fit, so long as it complies with statute. And
So I would rely on, again, the inequities in the situation of the amount of the fine. That's what we're here to plead for, Your Honor.
and the city is pursuing the 19,000, that's as low as it's gonna go.
The city's
Mhm.
offer stands at the 19,520. Again, the lien has been in place for 8 years. That's where the city comes up with how much it is willing to reduce.
Yeah, that's as low as I'm gonna go. I mean, we can enter that into an agreement, or if you're not in agreement, then you can go ahead and,
Once we address the next one, if you would, I'll confer with the client and then we'll discuss, I don't see why he wouldn't take it at this
Okay.
point, but so with respect to the second one. oh,
that
sorry.
it's gotta get called
I'm-
up presented.
my-
Normally I keep in keep them separate, but in this instance, let's go ahead and call the other one and
Okay.
we'll hand them
Item
together.
number 5, case number 16-2328. Public request of reduction, property address 618 North Federal Highway. Case name Hammond Donald, Officer Dorsey.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorsey with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division, case number 16-2328. The city offered the property owner, Hammond Donald, a stipulated lien reduction agreement for the property located at 618 North Federal Highway. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the city code ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to the amount of $162,675. The city has reduced the lien down to $32,535, which the owner did not agree with. The lien has been in violation for 7 years. At this time, the city is not inclined to any further reductions.
All right, state your name and relationship to the case again, please.
My name is Danny Weber. I'm the attorney for Mr. Hammond.
Okay, and as to this one, it's been called, you requested for it to be,
So
bring it up, so.
that's correct. So I reiterate everything I said in the previous case related to the notice, but in respect to this one, my understanding is the lien relates to a violation having to do with a fence on the property. That fence, we've done a survey, that fence is not on his property. So for those reasons, and again, because of the lack of notice issues, we've never had the opportunity to present that to the city or to the board. So for those reasons, we believe that the whole violation is improper.
Did you provide a copy of the survey and all those documents? to the city?
Not yet, we just received it again because we didn't get notice of this issue until last month. We ordered the survey. It's being processed. I can get it to you as soon as possible. The preliminary understanding from the surveyor is that the fence is not on his property. So I can't do anything faster than what we've gotten notice of.
It was supposed
Special Magistrate,
Yes.
if I can, Krista Simmons, Compliance Admin Manager, City Lake Wood. The fence was not the only violation on this one. There was also 12-38 cut areas of overgrowth on vacant lot and maintained, as well as vehicles parked on a vacant lot. So it was not just a fence issue.
Has there been, besides the original one, 2015 violation, how many other violations relating to tall grass?
Okay, well, there's that one, and then we did a lot clearing in 2017, so that would be too high weeds and grass. There was another one that went to hearing. Let me see that one has been released, but it was just for admin fees. That was. You're gonna have to hear these out, and the codes all stuff.
That's okay.
Right after yours. That was the vacant registry. And then another one for abandoned vehicles on property. In the 16 case compliance, discomplied this year.
Okay,
When those notices that was actually not for 16 days, no, we have to be hearing 7.
so based on, and the reason that I asked that is like, it sounds like it's a consistent problem with property, either with the cars or with the tall weeds and the city having to intervene. So there's a problem with maintenance of the property. And throughout this whole thing, do you even have anybody who's like caring for that property?
absolutely. If I may.
Yes. I'm gonna present it to council, please.
Years.
By the way, the interesting thing about this one, so after, we updated the property appraiser's website on, as we said, November 30th of 2016. The letters that correspond with this case, were dated 12/29/2016, after the fact that we changed the address. So the city never updated their records when they never re-reviewed the property appraiser. So we never got notice of the code enforcement hearing in December of 2016 because it used the old incorrect address.
But clearly you got here, right? You got notice of this one and you got notice of the other one.
We got notice. So here's what happened in 2023.
Okay.
The mail lady who he's friendly with in Miami saw the name of it and said, I think this is for you. It was still addressed 29700. And the mail lady, by pure coincidence, said, I think I have something for you that's got the wrong address. And we are prepared to get an affidavit from her attesting to the fact that it was a mere coincidence luck, if you will, that he got notice of the 2023 hearing.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have known.
Your Honor, the information provided are canceled checks that appear to be for lawn service going back to 2017, which would be after these cases move forward.
Right. It's meant to show the fact that over the 6 or so years after this, we've had consistent
And that's a
maintenance.
I don't know about consistent. Your oldest check is 2017 in April 27th, and then it jumps. The next one that comes up is over a year after in June 19, 2018. And we're talking the same time, the time period. The property owner is not, at least back then, I don't know about now, because again, I'm going off the evidence that you're presenting has not been maintaining the property.
Your Honor,
And that might be the reason that the city doesn't want to budge on going any further.
if you look at the H property, which does have the proper address, every time the grass got overhauled or what have you, that it was taken care of,
But it
we
should,
were notified.
it shouldn't, it shouldn't get to that point.
I'm 2 hours south of here in Miami. We rely on the realtor. I have relied on the realtor and local help to cut that grass. And it's been an issue over times. Recently, we've been very consistent.
So again, but if I can go back to the notice that's been issued in this case, the notice that would have taken place used the wrong address. It was after it was changed on the property appraiser, it was sent to the wrong address.
Also, I extend, the hearing has gone longer and I've actually asked more questions and inquired into this way longer than I'm sure the city attorney wanted me to. Because I wanted to go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt of what you're saying, because again, it is my job to go ahead and read the case, and when it comes before me, let's go ahead and look at it. But first it was the notice portion, and I was trying to give you leeway on that one until I saw the whole issue with the application of the warranty deed. The service issue, in my view, based on what you stated and the fact that the statute considers proper service by posting on the property and posting at City Hall, that issue is a loser. That issue is out. If what you're telling me is that you're relying on local people to go ahead and watch out over the property to maintain it or make sure that it's okay, I guess you got the wrong people. Because clearly, if over a year goes by and there's been no maintenance to the property and issues keep coming up where the city has to either send their own people to go ahead and address the issue, the brush and the tall grass that is at the property, vacant vehicles, clearly there's something amiss. The property's not being maintained and the city's not here to maintain it for him. Okay?
I understand.
And hence the reason that the ordinance are there in order to prevent that from happening, because at the end of the day, it's the taxpayers of the city who are now paying for
Let me
doing it.
If I can just, one more deference because the statute, you just said something. The statute for notices in this situation requires that all notices be sent to the address on the property appraiser's website. If you do that correctly, then you can.
But that's not the only viable
Yes, it is.
service method for the statute.
Sure it is. It says,
Posting at City Hall and posting at the property also qualifies as
no,
service.
it says only if you're unable to do it in number one. You have to do number one first, then you can publish and post 161.112.
Well, guess what? The city went ahead and covered its bases and did all three.
But it didn't send it to the address on the property appraiser's website for this violation.
Council, I already told you where I'm heading.
I understand.
You requested before the attorney during the ruling to go, do you want to speak with your client? I am closing the folder right now and I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to take the other one and I'm going to put it right here to give you time to go ahead and do that, okay?
Understood. Can I?
So we're going to, oh yes, please. I'm going to go ahead and table it. I'm going to ask you to call the next case and then you'll be called back.
Sure.
Leave it there because it's going to get called back.
Next time, just, hold on, I've got him right now, we've got it.
Morning. We just want to clarify something.
Okay.
Okay. My apologies. Okay, that's right, so it's gonna go right. Okay. Next case on the agenda is on page 18, item number 67, case number 23-400. Property address 916 South End Street. Property owner, Boga Houses Inc., Officer Judith.
Good morning.
Stu Turek for the city of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement. The case is 23-400. The owner's name is Boga Houses Inc. The property location is 916 South End Street, and the case was initiated on February 27th, 2023. The violations are Lake Worth Business License 1432 and the Lake Worth Inspection 1435. The general requirements 2-75.6.2. To repair any broken windows, if replacing windows, a permit is required. 23.2-21. To apply for a permit for the new window installed by contacting the building department. All the other violations have complied. The courtesy notice was issued on 4/19/23 and re-inspected on 4/24/23. Certified mail was received on 4/29/23 and the property was posted on 4/25/23. The property's been re-inspected 6/16 and on yesterday, and there's photographs, and the city's recommendation of time would be July 31st, 2023, and a fine of $75 per day, and the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by July 21st, 2023.
Has there been any permit application submitted?
Yeah, it is in the plan review. Oh, no, you haven't done that yet. No, I just have the roof,
Okay,
which wasn't cited.
all right, okay, so there,
We're still waiting on the window permit.
Actually, it looks like there was a violation in regards to that, because I have a citation here that says repair roof.
Okay.
But it might not be related to this hearing. Let me go ahead and state your name and relationship to the case, please.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Morning, Suella. My name is Rocky Boga. I am the owner's brother.
Okay.
I also have a letter here that I can speak on his behalf. Thank you, Suella, for your help. She's been great in working and helping us clear all the violations all along. We are in compliance with everything what needed to be done. It has been done. The only thing we were having trouble was getting a permit for the window. And the owner would like to change the windows because they're original windows. However, right now the timing is not the best because there have been many contracts that we have contacted that either they are too busy, they are telling me that they are 2 or 3 months behind schedule, and we were just having a hard time finding someone as a company to do the work and repair. We don't recall that the window was changed prior. So in best of our interest, in best of our remembrance, the window was never changed. I am the property manager. I foresee there are 2 houses on our property. So the owner wanted to ask, is it possible for the window to be, what is the word? Just let go for now, and he wants to change the windows, God willing, in the next year or so.
No, you did work, there's work without a permit, and I'm not sure when the property was purchased, but even if you tell me that it was purchased, with those windows already there, you've just bought the court violation. So it just happens that the property owner was the one who got
All right.
caught with it. So, so the windows will have to get addressed either by getting a permit for what's there, so that it can become legal and in compliance with the statute, and if he later down the road wants to go ahead and swap them for something else, then he can go ahead and pull a permit and get that taken care of. But right now, the windows that are there are unpermitted, and that's not allowed by the Florida statutes or ordinance or code.
I understand.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify, it's one window, it's not windows.
Okay, so it's just it's just one.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just
so
want to,
even
yeah, I just want to,
even simpler.
I wanted to clarify that for a second. We would like to ask for more time because getting the window, getting the permit, everything else is going to take more than just 1 month. And if you can excuse the extra fee, as I mentioned, for the reasons being everything else has been done. All the extra work has been done, including painting of the building, other repairs, and the roof has been worked. So if you can give us a break and not charge us daily, we would appreciate it.
Now, this is going to be a rental property, right?
Right now, it's vacant. It is going to be a rental property. The owner is considering to occupy himself. So it's not going to be a rental. Right now, he plans to see if he can do the windows sooner than later, and possibly occupy himself.
Well, it looks like it was the fact that it was purchased by a corporation leads me to believe that it's intended. Looks like the intention is more leaning towards a rental property than a homestead. But again, I'm not going to get into people's business. But right now, it's technically owned by a corporation, which wouldn't qualify them for the portion.
I just want to clarify one thing.
Mhm.
The corporation was added after it was purchased. It was purchased under his name. In any event, I just want to, as a fact.
Well,
However,
the issue right now is the one window.
Yes.
The city would agree to giving him till September 25th. That helps.
Yeah, and it's one window. So the next question that I was going to ask you, since it's one window, I mean, again, it doesn't matter the number, but
right, it's just one window.
under the circumstances, it's vacant. He wouldn't qualify for owner builder.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Okay, I was trying to find you.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
He wouldn't.
I just want to say something. That was the same question I asked her the other day, and she found the answer. So,
Oh, yeah.
There are two buildings on the property.
oh yeah, two houses.
So it is a rental property. The rear has units, has tenants in it.
Yes.
Okay.
And the front at one time had
Tenants
tenants,
also.
and it appears to be a tenant rental in the future. I did
Okay,
not
and
know,
the front portion is the one that has the window that was unpermitted.
Yes.
Okay,
but it's one parcel.
okay, got it. So it sounds like it's the cost of doing business, though it's going to cost you for that window. Okay, so the city is amenable to go ahead and give you a little bit of extra time. How much until when? September what?
September 25th.
Okay.
3. So it's either you get it permitted as is, or if it doesn't comply with statute, because I don't know what type of window you have, you might need to go ahead and replace it altogether to get something that complies. But again, I don't know I don't know what product they used, or I'm not gonna get ahead of myself or tell you how to come into compliance. Okay? All right. So here I find out there was proper service and that the violations, stating notice of violation did exist. And in regards to the missing window permit, continues to exist. And as such, I'm ordering the property owner to come into compliance by September 25th, 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violation is corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city in bringing this matter in regards to this matter, I'm bringing it to magistrate. Okay. That is, do you want to put forward with the compliance date also, or the due date? That will go ahead and do the due date to match the September 25th, 23.
Yes.
I just want to add one more thing, if I may. You just raised a question before, if it's just a single window, would it be possible for owner to be able to change it? But so I found the answer.
One is it's a corporation. Two, it's the investment property, so it obviously looks like it's going to be a rental, so it doesn't qualify for the owner builder anyway.
I got it. Okay, so
I asked just to check, just to confirm.
right.
But the minute that it's a rental, it's a business.
Got it.
You're out of luck
Okay.
with that.
Thank you for
All righty?
clarifying.
Stay in touch. As soon as you go ahead and send the application, let her know.
Yes,
So let her know. That way she knows, okay, so they're moving on it, because if it grows, if you get past that September 25th, 23 deadline and you need additional time, she's the one who is going to be your best ally. And as long as you're moving towards getting compliance, you're good. Just don't sit on it.
right. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're
so much.
welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Next on the agenda. Next on the agenda is page 12, item number 46. Case number 23-201, property address 2600 6th Avenue South. Property owner Orange Grove Mobile Home Park, Supervisor Hicks.
Good morning, Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Forest Beach. Case number, excuse me, 23-0201, property owner Storm Grove Mobile Home Park. Address 400 Telegraph Road, Suite 2000, Bloomfield Hills, Mississippi, Missouri.
Michigan.
Michigan,
Sorry.
sorry. Property location is 2600 6th Avenue South. Case was initiated on January 24th of 2023 for the existing violations of 12-18 to remove all garbage, trash, and debris from property owned by the mobile home park. Section 14-32. Apply and obtain the Lake Forest Beach business license. 14-35. Schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection. General requirements 2-75.6.2. There's a list of multiple violations on there. Some of them have been complied from my inspection I did this week, and some were still in violation. Section 23.4-19 to remove all outdoor storage from around units. 23.4-10 parking prohibited on all landscape areas. All other violations either have been resolved or complied. Issued courtesy notice for the violation on January 24th of 2023. Reinspection was done on March 24th of 2023 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 3/28 of 2023. Certified mail was received on March 31st of 2023. Posted at property in City Hall on 3/29 of 2023. Last reinspection was on 6/27 of 2023, which was a use and occupancy inspection. Photographs of the property have been taken and added to the file for review. I did have personal contact with the property management. The city's recommendation time to come into compliance is July 31st of 2023, or fines of $100 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st of 2023. I've also added notes of the inspection to the list for your review. Surveys. They wanted me to come back out yesterday to do another use and occupancy inspection for some of the violations that weren't corrected.
Okay.
When I went out the other day, I wasn't able to go out. She provided photos, which she has. So according to her photos, the only thing left in the west side of the property, they installed a road approximately 10 feet wide by 200 yards long without a permit.
Okay.
It's an asphalt road. So there is a note in there for your review, also from zoning and location of the road.
All right, please state your name and relationship to the case, please.
Joanne Masonette, I'm the property manager for Riverstone Communities. Like he stated, we had a couple of violations. We started taking care of them as soon as he notified us. On the 27th, I requested for him to come out to do an inspection. We walked the property again. There were certain issues with the property that I got all the pictures of everything that was taken care of yesterday. So the only thing that we have is the road. I wanted to request if they could give us to the middle of September, because I have to go to the appraiser's office at Palm Beach County before it became the city of Lake Worth to find out about that road. My understanding is for two prior residents that have been there for so many years, that used to be a back road, but every single time it rained, it used to have issues. And he's seen it when it rained, how bad it used to get. So they did a paving job. When I found out that they didn't have a permit, because I went to the office, at first, we both thought it was a permit. And we realized that the contractor put a different place and the permit was pulled out. So the contractor did us wrong.
But no,
Because
what was that one date of that?
that was when 2020, when we all put the road, never notify us that it was pulled out by him and everything until I went to see him this week. And that's when he told me, no, this is the part. We thought there was a permit and we wanted to know why it was revoked. But then we realized that the contractor put a different area and not the road area.
But if it was in 2020, wasn't this already part of the city? In 2020,
Yeah, it was part of the city,
Okay.
but we have to go to the appraisers because there's, I believe they mentioned something about we took over exposure of the road and that we have too much exposure on the road. So I have to go to the appraisers to check that out.
So,
clarify.
Yeah,
I'll
since,
show you, would you have this copy as well?
Yeah.
I'll take it for you.
That's not the only violation that's on the property either, so.
which
Okay.
one is the other one? Because I do know I got pictures of everything that we took care of.
Yeah, it appears that based on the pictures
Yeah.
that the officer said that looks like right now, he hasn't been personally to the property, but it looks like right now it's.
He could go tomorrow and I have him date stamp and everything.
Originally, for these locations. Property, I'm sorry. So this is what the permit was pulled for in our system at these two locations, which the work was never done. Johanny's telling me that the
And we,
contractor pulled the permit for the wrong location. He was supposed to pull the permit for the
for
back
the
road.
road, not for that location.
But as you'll see, there's a note in the back from zoning that due to the lot coverage of the park, this was disapproved due to it exceeded the lot coverage inside the mobile home park.
So that's why I'm requesting until September, if it's possible, either to get the right information for the road or to remove the road.
The only, this my initial confusion is why would that be documents that you need to go get over?
Because this property,
Sorry. From the county appraisers.
sorry, because this property is very old. And I do know that there's a my understanding was, and the way they told me was, that property used to be a whole entire section. And then they sold the properties separately. There's a condo association in the back, which is not ours, and it's our, and then the Orange Grove unit. So that's why I want it. And of course, when you go to the appraisals, they give you come this day or give me information, but I have to do the research.
Do we know when that road was put in?
Installed between 20 and 21
But in that lot, so
on that, in the backside of what.
that was.
But that road was always used to drive back and forth.
But that's a
Yeah.
problem. Just because it was used doesn't mean that it was.
Yeah, but it was blocked off by the state. So I need to find out, yes, there's a blockage by the state.
Isn't that private property?
Yeah, but it's closed out by the state. So that's why I wanted to know why is the
Wait,
reason.
hold on, closed out?
Yes,
What she's trying to say is, either the county or state came in and blocked a portion of the road, which is serving there.
Okay,
So they actually also paved into the county or state road, which they had thought was theirs.
so it went from the private property that was being used.
Mhm.
Yes.
That was that the state paid into the private property? Did the state paid into the private property? It was
It was
backwards.
always dirt. It was a dirt road. Since I've been patrolling that park, that road was always a dirt road.
Okay, well, so now where I'm getting confused, where does the state come in? The paving by the state.
Your Honor, you,
I'm doing.
So this is.
he need to explain.
I'm sorry, yeah, this state. It starts right there. So this was paid from here all the way to here.
So the property owner paved into the state
So
road.
paved into the state.
State.
Right, so there's a there's a barricade across right here. So, I'm sorry, there's a barricade right here. But when you pull up on property appraiser, and you can see it because I got a colored photo of it, you can actually see it.
So the property owner would have needed a permit with the government agency who controls that road.
Thank you.
Keep going. I just blew them up right here. So you can see right here where it jogs out. Sixth Avenue is here. There's the barricades right here. And this got paved all the way from, well, as you can see it, all the way to the up to Sixth Avenue, up to the barricades. Yeah, this little area right here. Which is not owned by them. But regardless, this was all paved anyways without permit.
And a lot that is a issue, and it's a double. Area. I'm sorry.
No. Yolanda Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach. The city attorney pretty much stated it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the state paving, it was the private property owner doing the paving.
Paved onto the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which the whole time they thought was theirs because the barricade out by Sixth Avenue.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why the Palm Beach kind of property appraisers records come into play.
Because like he's stating, we paid all the way to that road right there. In the maps, it's showing them that there's a piece that belongs to the state, but is in our property. So I have to go to the appraisals now and get that information, because if that's the
The property
case,
appraisers are not gonna have the information.
they should have it for so many years ago, because that property is an old property for years ago. So they should have it before it
Have you
became
done
the
a
city of
survey?
Lake Worth. Yeah, we have a survey. We got in touch with the old company that did the survey, and then the process of updating the survey for us today.
Okay,
I used the survey that they used, they had a sign installed, so they had to get a survey. It's also in there for you.
which is in where I'm going to. It sounds like the survey might be more indicative of where the boundaries are and what you paved over than the property appraiser is gonna have. I mean.
And that's why I called the survey company. It's been a couple of years. They did it in 1990 something. So I called the company again to see if they were still working. They are an open company, survey company. And we requested for them to give us a resurvey of the property lines to make sure if it belongs to us or it belongs to the state. And then at the same time, like I said, either get a permit for the road or take it out.
Well, and she's gonna need a survey regardless to go ahead and get permit.
If you look, I think it's, so that's page.
That's the updated one?
Yeah.
No,
it
that's
could
not the
say
updated one.
If adding the road has, if they've exceeded the impervious area on the property, they're not going to be able to keep the road.
And that's, I got a letter, that's what zoning stated as well.
Oh, okay.
What she was explaining to me, the reason that she wanted to go to the county was they feel that at one time, years and years and years ago, that used to be a road, so they just want to verify at one time, was it a road? Or was it not a road? If it wasn't a road, they said they would remove it. If it wasn't, they wanted to bring it back in front of the city to say, hey, at one time in this year, this used to be a road. That's why.
But it wouldn't matter because it wouldn't be grandfathered in. They touched it. So if the new regulations would apply. So even
But
if
it
you're
was,
right,
it would have been there before we
it
even.
doesn't
touched it.
matter. Even if, okay,
It would be considered grandfather in 2020.
it wouldn't
until
because
we
you asphalted
touched
over it without a permit.
No, but it was a road. If it was a road before we touched it, then it's considered a road. It doesn't consider extra exposure to the property. Then we're entitled to request a permit to pave it. And then I could put in the permit to pave it.
All right, not according to what zoning has.
And that's why I'm going to the Palm Beach County.
But
appraisal.
what I'm trying to explain to you is that the whether it was a road before or not no longer matters. Because now it's part of the city and the city gets to dictate, right?
Not if there's appraisals in the Palm Beach County, because everything's supposed to be like, if
It-
it was
it
in Palm
wouldn't-
Beach County before it
It
became. the
wouldn't
city of
matter
Lake Worth.
because the county doesn't have a say. Unless I'm wrong here, I don't think so, but the county's not going to have a say.
But they should have the same
in,
records.
in regards to what the state does, what a private property owner does, and now what the city of Lake Worth does within its
Okay.
jurisdiction.
The only thing about the city of Lake Worth is that they're gonna have paperwork from a property. They should have everything on their systems.
If it was a
So it was.
If it was a road, it may still be a road, but it would only be able to be a dirt road because the impervious surface requirements in this city apply because it was not a paved road before. So you still cannot pave
It's,
it.
no matter which way you look at it, I mean, you have a violation, even if you're registered wrong.
Oh, I'm not saying there's not a violation there, because I understand that part. What I'm just requesting is to have enough time until September, is just to get the information we needed. Because also we have to go after the vendor, because the vendor should have picked that up too, when he never told us. The reason I found out that they pulled out a permit out was when I went to speak to Bobby. The vendor never told us, and it was a contractor, valid contract, never told us that they pulled out the permit, and even that they put it in the wrong place. So now we're gonna have to get a vendor. If we have to remove it, we still need a vendor to come out and pull it out, because we can't do it ourselves either. So that's the only thing I'm requesting, is just that extra time.
So right now, the road is blocked off anyways, right? Because there's no use.
No, people live there and they drive to the back to
It's so
park their
busy.
homes there.
Yolanda Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach. From my understanding, the only option is to remove and replace the area back to its original state. She will not be able to get a permit for that road.
Correct.
No matter what research she does with the City of Lake Worth, you won't be.
Even that's what I'm saying, even if you're registered wrong, because even if, let's say there was a previous road before, the minute you touched it, you created a violation. So even if you're right, the best you would be able to get is a dirt road. And it doesn't sound like that's gonna be the case either.
Now, my question is, if it's a dirt road, can I do rocks or just dirt? Because then we're gonna have the same issues that we had prior before. And every
What do you
single
mean,
time
what, the same issues?
that when it rained, it used to make holes and the dirt used to go to the other properties and all that. So I would like to know if it's only dirt road, or can I put rocks down and store rocks?
Your Honor, the city would agree to August 28th.
To go ahead and give her some time to go ahead and look into that. Yeah,
If they could.
Not
give
to
me
look
that,
into it, to
to
correct.
correct it, yeah. So I'm said that just because she has like an additional month to go ahead and do the research on it. And you probably want to go ahead and start looking into the vendor now and not wait till the last minute.
Oh, no, we're going after the vendor that supposedly.
I'm sorry,
Did the
the
work.
survey is recent, right?
I noticed a sign on the survey, but that's the only one we found in the property file.
And the reason that I mentioned that is the delay. I know the surveyors
It has
are
to be
like
pretty
2
recent.
months out.
That sign was installed last year, year before.
Yeah, but I think that was an old
You-
survey.
And they're coming out to do the survey already, right? You
Yeah.
said that, okay, so that, because that's gonna take you, did they tell you when they're coming out?
No, not
When
yet.
did you call?
I called them this week as soon as I found out that
Okay,
it
so you
was.
might be 2 months out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know August, she's gonna be like cutting it right there.
I told them
but
that I needed ASAP, but you know how they are.
I'm just running on the assumption it's gonna take you 2 months. You probably will get it earlier, but between you going ahead and doing the research that you want to do in the property appraiser's office, simultaneously having the survey running, when you get both, you might be getting close to that deadline, but at least you have an answer for the code officer. Or maybe perhaps you have the violation already corrected because somebody already, hopefully at the minute you get your information and your survey, I would go ahead and give him a call. Stay in
Oh,
touch
no.
with him and.
Bobby know that I'm always
If all the
harassing him.
violations were corrected that she stated
Mhm.
when we were there the other day and that road's removed, she should pass the inspection.
Okay, but obviously she's still trying to explore that option, hence the extension of it. That's why the city's doing that 2 months, but I'm letting her know, I was like, run both at the same time because I have a feeling you're gonna need it no matter what.
I
That survey.
want to be clear, the city's giving additional
I
time
get
to
it.
correct the violation, which in the city's opinion is to remove the road. There is no option to keep the road in place.
I like to place my orders the way it says compliance and let them go ahead and figure it on their own. I'm not gonna dictate what somebody does with their own private
Agreed.
property. We have the discussion here just for her own benefit, but I never dictate what you need to do or not do.
Because I still gonna need, if I'm gonna have to put dirt back and rocks and all that, I'm still gonna request a permit
Well,
anyway.
And that's what I meant. You're gonna need the survey regardless, and if
Uh-huh.
you want to do the research on the property appraiser, go ahead. By the August, where was it? August 28th?
Yes.
20th, by 8/28, the city will be expecting that to be corrected absent a really good reason why not.
Okay.
So that's the reason that I'm trying to make it circular.
Understand.
And she's saying, no, I want compliance, and no, I need time. We can achieve both things with
Okay.
that deadline, so long as you do your due diligence, which it sounds like you're doing,
Mhm.
of running both things at the same time.
No problem.
And then getting the vendor and all that stuff. You have 2 months to get all your lines in that, all your ducks in a row. All right. All right, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist. Many of them have been corrected, but some remain outstanding. Especially in regards to the asphalt road. As such, I'm gonna order the property owner to come into compliance by August 28th, 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $100 a day until the violation is corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this matter. I'm bringing it to magistrate.
Thank you. Do you want the pictures or?
All this will come out.
Okay.
Next on the agenda is page 10, item number 37, case number 23-288, property address 303 South J Street, property owner Larry Feldman, officer Northwest.
What was the agenda number again?
37.
37.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorsey with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Case number 23-288, owner's name Larry and Terry Fieldman, owner's address 303 South J Street, property location 303 South J Street. Case was initiated from a citizen complaint on February 6, 2023. Existing violation 14-32 business license. 14-35 use and occupancy inspection. The owner's last approved inspection was on July 3rd, 2019. 2-75 6.9 landscape, please trim overgrown weeds. 2-3.4-3 exterior lighting to please replace missing exterior light glow cover. All other violations has been complied at this time. Foreign notice of violation was issued via certified mail on February 13th, 2023. Certified mail has not been received, is currently in transit. Property in City Hall was posted on February 23rd, 2023. The property last reinspection was on June 23rd, 2023. There's photos of the property that has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner. The city is recommending for violations 2-75.9 for landscaping and 23.4-3 exterior lighting be complied by July 13th of 2023. And for 14-32 business license and 14-35 use and occupancy inspection to be complied by August 2nd, 2023. Or pay the fine of $75 per day plus administration costs of $425.29 to be paid by August 2nd of 2023.
Please state your name and relationship to the case.
Larry Feldman, owner at 303 South Chase Street.
All right, and it looks like you've taken care of some of the violations, but you still have a few pending. Where are you at with those?
They're done.
Oh, they're done?
She has a man out there 2 weeks. I spoke to her last week
Okay.
and she was up on the property and I was around the corner. She didn't want to wait to discuss it. She left. If she would go back out there today, she'll see that I comply with everything he wants,
All right, so.
even more.
So what we want to do then is, because it looks like she proposed a process, one for the violations, just physical work that you had to do to the property. And then the other one for the business license and the
Sure.
occupancy.
That's what
one.
I'm about.
So, what I'm inclined to do, if that's your representation that everything's complied with, Oh, she'll do the A 22-23.
All the property's been trimmed up, trees.
Here's
Everything
one
is-
more thing. He
Oh, yeah.
actually has to call and contact administration.
And that's what I was gonna say, yeah, that because, and I know that that's the reason that you did it, that she split it into pieces. That she had you group basically getting the property like in compliance, like the physical portion, and then the business license and the occupancy separate. Is because it's a different department, so that when you want to go ahead and start calling out as soon as she clears you with the compliance, or now you can start getting the inspection lined up if you want. That way you get everything taken care of, okay?
Okay.
All righty, so I hereby find that there was proper service. What, I'm gonna actually enter an order, ordering you to comply with the violation, but I'm gonna give you time, so fines are not going to accrue.
Okay.
Because I'm giving you the time, enough time for her to go ahead and go there and check it out, okay?
All right.
I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist, some of which continue to exist, some of which have been already corrected. I hereby order the property owner to come into compliance in regards to the landscaping and exterior lighting portions of the violation by July 13, 2023. And in regards to the business license and the use and occupancy inspection until August 2nd of 2023. Violation of either of the deadlines will result in a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to this case and getting it to magistrate. Once you get the use and occupancy taken care of, let her know also so that she can check you out.
The license?
Yeah,
Okay.
that way she clears you out completely on.
I want to make something clear. What globe are you talking about for like?
In the back of the property. Can I see that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You have to repair that. Now look at your staircase. You see that?
Yeah, okay, I see
You're
that.
not gonna pass your inspection like that. Not only that, for your top staircase, you have
Yeah,
your
I'm
safety
gonna,
rails.
I'm gonna make a frame around that.
You actually have to repair it, so you gotta contact the building department, obtain a permit, repair that, and do the inspection. You're never gonna pass with the staircase.
Can I get a copy? I'm asking if I could wet that, maybe I can knock that down.
You want to keep this up here? All right.
And am I going crazy? I did under the order, right?
Yeah.
All right, you'll get an order in the mail.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we are gonna go back to
Okay.
page one, numbers 4 and 5 on the agenda, the respondent is writing.
This is mine, right? Thank you. Please proceed.
Oh. And I remember I had the case files. All right, did you have the opportunity to go ahead and of course speak with your client? All right, the city presented the amounts of 19,520 in regards to the one case, and then the other one was reduction to 32,535.
We're willing to that, and we just ask for the attorney in your mercy and the time. Give
Okay,
it-
what is the city willing to do in regards to time?
If we could have 12 months, that would be. Can we split the difference
The
into?
city would agree to 6 months.
6 months? Yeah, typically that length of the time that you're requesting is for like really like.
Yeah, it's $50,000, so it's just, obviously it's not that easy to come up with $50,000.
Cost of doing business.
Oh, wow.
Your Honor, that's December 29th.
I'm sorry,
December 29th.
December 29th.
And can we just verify that I assume that's coming out in an order?
Yeah, there's gonna be an order.
That we have the correct address, the 2970 Northwest 22nd Street in Miami?
And it'll also be emailed to you.
To me personally, to me.
I got you.
Yeah.
The files, yes, sir.
Okay.
Just make
I
sure
think-
you have
I
that
think-
address.
I'm pretty sure.
I do.
Okay, somebody does. I haven't communicated with enough. Then that would be fantastic. Thank you.
All right, no, I'm still gonna enter my order. I want to
Oh,
leave yet.
sure.
All right. It's probably the older case. In regards to case number 15-1534, Given the stipulated agreement that has been memorialized here today verbally and on the record, I'm going to reduce the lien that was recorded against the property in the amount of $97,600. It's going to get reduced to $19,520, which shall be due and payable by December, what was it again?
29.
December 29th, 2023. Otherwise, the amount will revert back to the full lien amount of the $97,600 and will never be eligible for a reduction again. Yep. Regards to case number 16-2328, based on the stipulated agreement between the parties, which has been memorialized, was done verbally in chambers here today, and which has been memorialized by the record of this hearing. I'm going to reduce the amount of the lien from the original amount of $162,675 to $32,535, which shall be due and payable by December 28th of 2023. 29th of 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the original $162,675 and shall never be eligible for lien again. I mean, for lien reduction again. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're gonna go to the foreclosure agenda, page 1. Item number 4. Case number 22-1219. Property address 911 First Avenue South. Property owner Yasmin Real Estate LLC.
The lien has been recorded for more than 90 days, and at this time, the property is not homesteaded.
Say your name.
My name is Ron Richard, property manager for Yasmin Real Estate.
Okay. And the city is requesting to go ahead and in order allowing them to move forward with foreclosure as the lien has been in place for more than 90 days. Right?
So we've been trying to comply with what the city was asking for.
Okay.
And I have all my paperwork and I've spoken to almost everybody here. It's a rental property. And he applied for a business license and he's been denied twice. But we had a use and occupancy inspection. The whole thing is a big mess. There was a use and occupancy inspection. Apparently, when you apply for a business license, you get a paper that says you have a business license, but it's not validated until you have a use and occupancy inspection.
Correct. So, it doesn't sound complicated, we got it.
So this is what's complicated is, so we had a use and occupancy inspection.
Mhm.
But we're supposed to have a use approval before you have a use and occupancy inspection. I have,
Do you have a document that you got that is making a requirement that?
yes,
Okay, present it to the city attorney first.
and I don't understand any of it. I've emailed Yolanda a little bit. Aaron, Sheeta. I don't understand any of it. I'm going to be honest.
So this is a zoning issue, Your Honor. They're using the property for something that's not allowed where the property is. They need to get a use approval, so they won't pass the use and occupancy inspection until they get the use approval.
All right, yeah. So,
This will not be resolved today.
yeah.
But I'm
So-
doing everything right so far.
You have to follow that.
Okay.
Okay, so typically when these come for foreclosure, this what the city is requesting, they're entitled to request. And they've met the burden, which is the 90-day for the that it's been recorded. And instances that they have to go ahead and enter the order authorizing. However, the city attorney now knows because she saw the document, what you need to go ahead and do. And it sounds like there were other violations, just not that in addition to that one. And those have been gotten to.
The other violations were complied.
Yeah, the other issues were taken care of. It was like debris.
They'll go ahead and confirm it, because if that's the only issue, even though I do have to move forward to the office, the city attorney, you can talk to the city attorney and kind of see what needs to be done to get it resolved, because what the city wants is compliance at the end of the day. Okay.
Yolanda Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach. According to our information, the other violations appear to be complied.
Okay,
We would need to send an officer out there, just confirm it.
okay,
But right now, we believe they're complied, other
Okay.
than the issue with the business license.
okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter the order, and I'm gonna encourage you to go ahead and stay in touch with the attorney. And the
I gave him-
code of the building code officers to go ahead and move to a resolution on it, because even though I entered the order, when we have property owners that are trying to get into compliance, even though the order for foreclosure has been done, there's a good chance, and again, I'm not gonna speak for the city or the city attorney, but they'll hold off on doing it to get you to compliance and then work with you thereafter, okay?
Perfect.
But it obviously has to be that you're working with them.
I think they
Right.
submitted a form or a letter, an email stating that we were working on it. Aaron, Cedar, or Abraham.
I gave you my card. We can, don't
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
call me, and then we'll schedule a meeting for you to come into the office and we'll
Love it.
talk about
Alright.
it, see what you need to do.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and enter the order that in regards to case number 22-01219. That the lien has been recorded in excess of the 90-day time period, and the city has authority to go ahead and move forward with foreclosure proceedings at any time hereafter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case.
Next on the agenda is on page 18, item number 69, case number 23-438, property address 1503 South Dixie Highway. Property owner Joseph's Family Car Wash LLC, and this is Officer Stewart.
Morning. David.
Oh. I was looking for. Sue Ella Turek for the City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number 23-438, Joseph's Family Car Wash LLC. The case was initiated on 3/3 of 23. The violations include working without a permit, building permit 23.2-21. Apply for permit for 2 awnings installed without permit by contacting the building department. 1 awning has been removed, the one by the office. So there's 1 awning that needs a permit or removed. Issued the courtesy notice on 3/7/23. Certified mail was received on 5/9 of 23, but it was returned to us. The property was posted on 3/8/23, re-inspected on 6/28. And there have been photographs and personal contact with the owner. The recommendation of time is July 31st, 2023, to have an approved permit or remove the awning, or a fine of $100 per day, with the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
All right, please state your name and relationship to the case.
Good morning. I'm Evan Sexamon, general contractor of Florida with East Square Development Corp.
And what's the plan? You were hired, and what's the plan moving forward?
There we go. Yeah, we were hired back in May.
Okay.
We were looking for an architect to pretty much put together the actual amendment of the awning of rectification, so
Okay.
we can put in for permit. We got that done back in early May, but we found out there was a PZ number that I guess business owners have to go through with planning and zoning.
Okay.
So we're getting that accomplished now because they want an extensive site plan of like in and out, drainage, so on and so forth. We just got an architect. We had to get a different architect for that one. Finally got them approved yesterday. So we should.
Wait, what was approved? What was approved?
Oh, we finally got an architect for the PZ rectification because they told us we can't go in for a permit. It'll get denied until the PZ is rectified. So we're handling the PZ that set back the process of the code enforcement.
But that's related to the awning portion?
It's a separate case.
Sorry.
No problem.
They have been speaking with someone in our department. They just haven't applied for it yet.
For the awning portion,
To be honest.
and then the issue regarding building official.
Peter Ringel, building official. I believe what the issue is they need to do a site plan amendment in order to get the new awning approved. And so that's what they're working on, is they have to have a site plan amendment.
Got it. And it's one of those large awnings that they have in the car washes, not a little awning on top of the window.
Exactly.
Your Honor, given that the city would amend the compliance date to September 25th.
And it sounds like they've been working with you and.
This case has been, even before I cited it, there's been talk like with the tenant,
Perfect.
or the owner, excuse me.
All right, so obviously you heard about the September and you've been staying in touch with the court officer.
It's amazing. Perfect. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be done before September.
Perfect. All right, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations and stated in the notice of violation did exist, some of which have been corrected, some of which remain. I'm gonna order the property owner to come into full compliance by September 25th of 2023, otherwise face a fine of $100 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city requesting the amount of $425.29 in regards to the costs incurred by the city regarding this case and bringing its magistrate. Good luck.
I appreciate it, guys.
Next on the agenda is page 11, item number 42, case number 23-1009, property address 702 North Beach Street, property owner Two Bulls Investment Group LLC, officer none. Sorry, was it something that you know? Yes.
Good morning. My name is Brandon Dunn. That's work for the city of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement. Case number is 23-1009. Two Bulls Investment Group LLC. The property in question is 702 North 8th Street. It was a field observation. The case was initiated on June 2nd, 2023. They have repeat violations. Ordinance 23.4.4 fences, walls, and gates, and it was complied on June 20th, 2023. All other violations was not repeat violations, and they were complied or resolved. Formal notice of violation in here was issued via certified mail on June 6, 2023. Certified mail was not received. It was posted to the property and at City Hall on June 6, 2023. Last reinspection was June 28, 2023. Photographs of the property had been taken showing the violations. The city was in contact with the property owner. The city has asked for the repeat violations of 23.4 fences, walls, and gates. The city recommending the owner pay fines of $250 per day, beginning from June 2nd until June 20th, 2003, for the amount of $5,000. The city is also asking the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
No, the repeat violation, it's not a permit issue.
It was for a fence. It was for a chain link fence
Okay,
to be repaired or removed.
was it the same chain link fence though?
It was the same chain link fence. The repeat violation cases is case number is 22-489. It was ordered to be in compliance on September 32, 2022, and it was complied on September 1st, 2022.
Was it a different part of the chain link that was at issue in the other one?
I wasn't officer at the time.
Okay,
And we actually fixed the entire. We actually fixed the fence the first time. It's just we have a mango tree. So in order for the fence to be fully repaired, we would have to chop the mango tree on the trunk, a little piece of it for the bar to fit. So instead of doing that, we just removed the entire fence.
Okay, so the property is completely with the fence and it's
Everything is done.
that's compliance.
Everything was compliant.
Okay, oh, that's why she reads compliance. Okay, got it. Now I follow you. I follow you. These are rental property, correct?
Yes. The property is currently vacant.
Okay. Now.
22-489.
To maybe 75.
Your Honor, because in the original case and this case, the respondent complied in a timely manner, the city would agree to reduce the fine and the repeat from $250 a day to $75 a day.
Right, and that new number comes and everything's now complied with because you removed. Have you gone out to the property and confirmed remove it?
I
Yeah.
went out yesterday.
So
Everything is
that would
compliant.
place at
From June 2nd to June 20th is the days.
7 to 20, 15, that's 18 days at 75.
Yeah.
That's as far as my math goes.
1,350.
1,350.
I'm sorry, so we have to pay.
Yeah,
So
because it was a repeat violation, but what the city did is typically it's going to be $250 per diem if it's a repeat.
okay.
But the city, based on the fact that the property owners have cooperated and resolved it immediately, even though it's a repeat, they dropped the that fine to 75.
Okay, no problem.
It's a significant reduction. All right, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist. They have now been corrected. However, one of the violations was relating to a repeat violation in reference to the maintenance of the fence. And as such, the property owner was deemed a repeat violation. However, based on the cooperation from the property owner and immediately resolving the violations, as soon as they were notified by the city has agreed to reduce the fines in the amount of $75 to the per diem of $75 a day instead of $250, leaving a total amount of fines in a liquidated fashion totaling $1,350, which shall not accrue because the violations have been complied. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city and bringing regarding this case and bringing it to magistrate. And that'll be due and payable by the July 31st, 2023 date. Okay.
Okay,
So you're gonna get an order.
will that be sent to our office?
There's gonna be an order. Go ahead and provide your address. That way they can send you a copy of it.
All right, thank you so much.
But make sure that you get that. You need them
Okay, thank you.
the address. Okay.
Next on the agenda is page 9, item number 34, case number 22-2254, property address 35 South J Street, property owner 35 J Street LLC, Officer Dorsey, yes.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division, case number 22-2254, owner's address 35 South J Street. I'm sorry, owner's name, 35 South J Street LLC, owner's address, 35 South J Street, property location, 35 South J Street. Case initiated from a failed license inspection on December 20th, 2022. Existing violations, 12-7 dumpster requirements. At this time, the property manager and Assistant Director of Public Works, Michael Pierce, had emailed me a copy of the dumpster enclosure permit that was submitted on June 23rd, 2022. At this time, the permit has not showed up in the system, but it's currently in the case file. Another existing violation is 14-32 business license, 14-35 use and occupancy inspection. The owner failed inspection number 57429 on December 19, 2022. Printout of the violation has been cased in the case file. All other violations at this time has been complied or resolved. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on March 28, 2023. Certified mail was received on March 31st, 2023. The property in City Hall was posted on March 29, 2023. The property was last re-inspected on June 26, 2023. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner. The recommendation time for voluntary compliance, it would be August 1st, 2023. Or pay a fine of $75 per day plus the administration cost of $425.29 to be paid by August 1st of 2023. Bianca Brunel, which is a senior property manager, emailed a copy of the power of attorney so she can represent the owner today in the hearing. It's currently my email, and those dated as of June 27th, and it'll be printed out so she can go ahead.
All right, great. Please state your name and relationship.
Hi, Bianca Brunel. I am Special Power Attorney Property Manager. I have a copy if you guys would like it.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like you're pretty much on the way to go ahead and get this fully resolved.
Correct.
That August 1st. That August 1st deadline seems pretty realistic, right?
So I was just checking the permit status.
Let me look.
The fee or the application fee, I guess, was paid yesterday.
Okay.
But the status just, I know it's early on. It just says the estimated completion date to go through review is August 10th. But since we had been in communication with Michael Pierce beforehand, I'm hoping all of our specs and all of that will expedite that review process. So I don't know if that should change the date,
Okay.
but that would be my only concern.
So looking here, the system been updated as of June 28th with the with the commercial dumpster enclosure. So as she mentioned, it's currently has to be completed by the historic department as of for August 10th, 2023.
Okay, it's on in historic?
It has to be zoned, it got to be reviewed by historic.
Okay, now that's.
Peter Ringgold, the permit needs to be reviewed by Public Works, Historic, and Building, 3 departments. Historic is generally 3 weeks, Public Works is 2 weeks, and Building is usually a week. So that's 6 weeks.
That's pretty much 2 months.
Yeah.
Your Honor, the city would extend the date to September 25th for this one as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I hereby find that the violation, that there was proper service and that the violations as stated and the notice of violation that exist, and some of which continue to exist. Actually, they all continue to exist. I hereby order the property owner to come into compliance by September 25th of 2023, otherwise face a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's requesting the amount of $425.29 as incurred by the city in bringing this matter before the magistrate.
Thank you.
Thank you. And obviously, you know, to stay in touch with her.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Next on the agenda, it's an addition. It's on the last page, which would be page 20, item number 76, case number 23-512. Public request extension of time. Property address 1030 Southeast East Street. Property owner Stecker Puyi, Officer P.
Good morning, Code Officer Blake here with the City of Lake Worth Beach.
Thank you.
So the owner is requesting an extension of time. Their fees start July 1st. They're looking for 30 days. So they're looking for August 1st.
All right, have any of the violations been resolved?
Yeah, so they have taken care of a lot of the minor violations. They still need to obtain a business license, but that won't pass until the property is fully in compliance. They're aware of what they need to do in order to get into full compliance.
Is there, and then that's what we're going, what I'm looking at is like, we have garbage cans and containers, garbage, obtain the business license, obviously that's gonna, everything has to be taken care of. Remove all licensed vehicles on the property, was that done?
Yes, that was removed.
Okay, the, globe cover on lights, was that done?
Yes, the glow covers were.
So what's still pending then?
So what's pending is the business license portion.
Okay,
They still have a lot of touching up to do on the property in terms of painting. They have some dirt mold mildew on the structure as well. And they have some repairs that need to be made to rotten wood. So quite a few things, actually.
all right, let me go ahead and hear from the property owner. Please state your name and relationship to the case.
My name is Stecker. Yes. 1030, owner of 1030 South East Street in Lakewood.
And you think you're gonna be able to get done in 30 days?
I'm gonna do my best to get it done.
And it sounds like a lot of it's,
Yeah.
you have to hire a contractor, can be self-performed. What's the city's position in regards to the request for the variance?
Your Honor, city would agree to 60 days.
60? All right. So the city has agreed to 60 days. So in light of the evidence presented here today, the fact that the property owner is moving towards compliance and has made efforts and stayed in touch with his code officer, I'm going to go ahead and grant the request for the additional 60 days.
Sorry, Your Honor, could we just put a date on that as of August 29th?
Okay, so the new compliance date is going to be August 29th of this year. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
you'll get an order to that effect, but
Thanks.
got 60 more days.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, next case.
Page 40, item number 51. Case number 22-2377, property address 1420 South C Street. Property owner Brown, Donovan, and Early. Officer Pierre.
And Special Magistrate, she needs to be sworn.
Okay. Now, while the officer gets ready, raise your right hand. Just to affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Officer will present first and then
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. Property location is 1420 South C Street. This was a field observation. Case was initiated December 27th, 2022. Existing violations are followed. Permits required for the installation of fence and shed. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on March 30th, 2023. Certified mail was returned to sender on April 9th, 2023. Property was posted and City Hall was posted on March 31st, 2023. The last re-inspection was done yesterday, June 28th. Photographs were taken of the violations. Personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until July 31st, 2023, or fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
And the original citation, oh, there it is, December 27th.
Yeah.
All right, let me hear from the property owner. Please state your name and relationship to the case, please.
My name is Donna Mae Brown. I'm the owner of 1420 South C Street.
Okay, and where are you at in regards to that permit application?
I got an email this morning saying that it would be sent to processing, so I'm just waiting.
Okay.
I sent all the paperwork back that I needed to, so just waiting to get an answer.
All right, do you have a contractor or are you guys self-performing, trying to get it on the building?
A lot of it I'm doing, I guess, the self-performing, I guess.
Yeah, just all over.
Yeah, because I got the work done first. I didn't know, which is not an excuse, but I'm just going back, and all the people that already paid, they got my money, so they're gone. So now it's just me figuring it out myself, honestly, and trying to make it as affordable and get it done. But I am working really hard.
The permit application, you saw it on the system that it was.
Yeah, they're both in plan
Both?
review.
Okay.
Mhm.
Including the survey for the fence and everything, the shed?
Yes, so they're all submitted, and she just needed to make a couple changes to, I guess, the revisions, because there was a couple of things that were submitted incorrectly, so she's done that. So we're just waiting for the permit to be approved.
Yeah, a lot of it, honestly, I'm doing myself. So drawing the pictures and stuff, just not knowing and doing it incorrectly and going back and having to redo it.
Okay.
Because I can't really afford to pay somebody to do it for me.
It sounds like but sounds like she's on track for that July 31st
Yeah.
date. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grant it for this July 31st. It sounds like she's been very cooperative with the code officer. So if you encounter any hiccups, obviously he's gonna know, because you can look in the system and see where the permit stands, but stay in touch with him.
Yeah,
And as
I
soon as you
definitely
get
have
that,
been.
let him know. Even if you assume that he already knows it,
I
still
know.
give him a ring. Hey, we got it. Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty, so I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violation as stated and the notice of violation exists and continues to exist. I'm ordering the property owner to come into compliance by July 31st of 2023. Otherwise specifying of you should have it
$50.
$50 a day until the violations are corrected. Also granting this request in the amount of $425.29 as incurred by the city in regards to this case and bringing it to magistrate. Yeah, you got an order.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I do still see people in the audience. Do you have a case or you just?
I guess I would hear about 20 minutes later than I thought it started, so yeah, 562 Lucerne Avenue.
I need you to sign in.
Sorry about that.
Were you here for one too?
Sorry.
Okay. Give the letter to the- Oh.
I don't have the case number in front of me.
All that
Okay,
signed in for.
sure.
And then I'll get that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You said that. Can you please, Mark?
Right hand, do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Next item is on page 20, item number 75, case number 23-91. Public request extension of time, property address 522 Lucerne Avenue, property owner 522 Lucerne LLC, Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorcius with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Case number 23-91, property address 522 Lucerne Ave. This, the owner has requested for extension of time. The owner requests that city grants them 2 weeks to meet voluntary compliance to comply with existing violations of obtaining their business license. The city has agreed to grant the owner till August 3rd of 2023 to comply all existing violations and pass their use and occupancy inspection for both the owner and the tenant.
It seems like everything's complied with exception that last little portion. Okay,
Yes.
all right. All right, please state your name. Oh,
Peter Ringel, building official with the city of Lake Worth Beach. This is 522 Lucerne Avenue. They still need to apply for building permits for the renovations that they are doing in the restaurant. So, you said, what is the compliance date?
They're complying, well, they asked for 2 weeks, so the city was gonna grant them till August 3rd. And you're talking about the
That's-
permit for the commercial sign, the demo interior for that was the apply for in 2022?
They need to apply for permits to complete the renovations they're
Okay.
doing on the interior.
Was that
So-
part of the, oh, because it's gonna stall the other portion.
It was actually part of the existing case 23-91, so
It was a
those permit
vacant-
was
yeah,
mentioned.
so-
And the violation was resolved due to he was gonna contact the building department, how he was gonna move forward with these interior designs they had to do for the restaurant.
But they can't get their use and occupancy until they complete the renovations for the restaurant. So they need at least 90 days.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was going to be contingent on that, so I appreciate that.
All right, 90 days. What's the 90
September
day?
25th,
I'm sorry?
Because they can't
September
open
25.
Business until they have the restaurant
Yeah.
renovated.
All righty, based on the progress of the property owner and the cooperation that he has had with the city and the agreement between the city to extend it to get him past the finish line, I'm gonna go ahead and grant the property owner's request for an extension in the amount of 90 days, which will make the new due date for compliance September 25th of 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty, do we have any more cases? All right, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break and then we'll be right back. Since we don't have any more audience members. Thank you.
Yeah, again.
This back on here, record, you ready? Okay. Go ahead, please, and you'll have the one to present left. Next on the agenda, page 11, item number 43, case number 22-2130, property address 512 Lucerne Avenue. Property owner, Social House, Lucerne LLC, Officer Green.
All right, Code Officer Charles Green, today's date, June 29th, 2023, property location 512 Lucerne Avenue. This was a field observation. Case was initiated December 30th of 2022. The existing violation is 2-75.2-2. General requirements, please move forward with permanent and plan review. Please contact building department. All other violations have been complied at this time. Certified mail was received on March 20th of 2023. Property was posted on March 20th of 2023. Last reinspection was June 28th of 2023. Property photos was taken of property. I did have personal contact with property manager. The city has recommended the owner to be given until July 31st of 2023 for compliance or pay the fines of $100 per day. The city is also asking that the admin's cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st of 2023.
I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist and will continue to exist. I hereby order the property owner to come into full compliance by July 31st of 2023, otherwise pays a fine of $100 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city and bringing this matter before magistrate.
Next is item number 44, case number 23-285, property address 2201 10th Avenue North. Property owner Lux Petroleum Equip Installations Inc. Officer Green.
Officer Charles Green, today's date, June 29th of 2023, property location 2201 10th Ave North. This was a field observation. Case was initiated February 10th of 2023. Existing violations 14-32 business license. Both tenant and owner need a city of Lake Worth Beach business license. 14-35 UNO inspection. Both tenant and owner need a UNO inspection. 2-75.6.2 general requirements. Please repair gutter downspout. 23.4-7 maintenance of parking lot. Please replace missing wheel stops. Please repair faded parking lot stripes. 12-18 trash and debris. Please remove all trash and debris from the entire property. All other violations have been complied at this time. Certified mails were received on February 18th of 2023. Property was posted at City Hall and on property at February 15th of 2023. Last inspection was on June 28th of 2023. Photos was taken of the property. I did have personal contact with property manager. The city is recommending the owner to be given until July 31st of 2023 for compliance or pay the fines of $100 per day. The city is also asking the admin's cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st of 2023.
Okay, hereby find that there was proper service and that the violation as stated in the notice of violation did exist and continues to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to go into full compliance by July 31st, 2023, otherwise face a fine of $100 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city in regards to this matter and bringing it to magistrate.
Next is page 5 of the agenda, item number 19, case number 22-345, Public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Property address 1114 North Dixie Highway. Property owner Charles Wealth Management LLC, Officer Tyler.
Good morning. Officer Tyler, June 29, 2023. The city of Lake Worth Beach, Florida, and the property owner.
Close enough.
Management is the owner or agent for the owner of property described below. These persons executing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind the respective party to the term contained herein. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1114 North Dixie Highway, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property total $24,450, and the owner agrees to pay $2,445 to settle the lease, to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,445, and owner agrees to make payment by July 31st, 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, this stipulated agreement shall be null and void, with no further action to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $24,450 shall be reinstated.
All right, having reviewed the case file, heard the testimony from the code officer, and having reviewed the stipulated agreement for the reduction, which has now been signed by both the property owner and the representative of the city, I'm going to go ahead and grant and approve the stipulated agreement wherein the original lien amount of $24,450 will be reduced to $2,445, which shall be due and payable by July 31st, 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the full $24,450, and it'll never be eligible for lien reduction again. Next one.
Next is item number 20. Case number 23-161. Property address 1114 North Dixie Highway. Public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Property owner. It's Chrysos Wealth Management LLC, Officer Tyler.
The city of Lake Worth Beach, Florida, and the property owners, Chrysos Wealth Management LLC, owner or agent for the owner of the property described below. Persons executing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind the respective parties to the terms contained herein. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1114 North Dixie Highway, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totaled $12,400, and the owner agrees to pay $1,240 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,240, and the owner agrees to make payment by July 31st, 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, with no further action to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $12,400 shall be reinstated.
All right, you're very fine. Having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, and also having reviewed the stipulated agreement, which has now been signed by both the city and the property owner, I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulated agreement wherein the original lien amount of $12,400 will be reduced to $1,240, which shall be due and payable by July 31st, 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the original amount in the amount of $12,400 and shall never be eligible for lien reduction again. Next one.
Next item, number 21, case number 20-612, property address 1109 North J Street. It's a public request reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Property owner, Chrysos Wealth Management LLC, Officer Tyler.
City of Lake Worth Beach, Florida, and the property owners, Chrysos Wealth Management LLC, owner or agent for the owner of the property described below. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind the respective parties to the terms contained herein. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1109 North J Street, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totaled $20,500, excuse me, and the owner agrees to pay $2,050 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,050 and owner agrees to make payment by July 31st, 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action taken by the city. An existing lien amount of $20,500 shall be reinstated.
All righty, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the court officer, and having reviewed the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by both the city and the property owner, I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulated agreement wherein the original lien in the amount of $20,500 is being reduced to $2,050, which will be due and payable by on July 31st of 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the full original amount of the $20,500 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again. Next one.
Next item is on page 4 of the agenda, item number 16, case number 20-1084, property address 706 South H Street, public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Property owner Dixie Capital Partners LLC, Officer Turek.
Suella Turek, previously sworn, the city of Lake Worth Beach, and the property owner Dixie Capital Partners LLC, owner or agent for the property described below, herein referred to as owner, hereby stipulate the following matters. 706 South H Street, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debt due to the city. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.31. The lien existing on the property totals $91,200, and the owner agrees to pay $6,475.60 to settle the lien, the release of the lien with receipts. The city recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $6,475.60, and the owner agrees to make payment by 7/26/23. If the city does not receive payment, the no further action will be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $91,200 shall be reinstated.
I hereby, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the court officer, and reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, which has now been signed by both the city and the property owner. I'm going to hereby approve the stipulated agreement wherein the original lien amount of the $91,200 is being reduced to $6,475.60, which shall be due and payable by July 26th of 2023. Otherwise, the lien will revert back to the original amount of $91,200.
Next, item number 17 on page 5 of the agenda, case number 20-1085, property address 710 South H Street, property owner Dixie Capital Partners LLC, public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Turek.
Suella Turek, previously sworn, city of Lake Worth Beach, and the property owner Dixie Capital Partners LLC, owner or agent for the owner of the property described below, herein referred to as owner, hereby stipulate the following matters. 710 South H Street, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debt due to the city. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $91,200, and the owner agrees to pay $5,908.78 to settle the lien, the release of the lien with receipts. The city will recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $5,908.78, and the owner agrees to make payment by 7/26/23. If the city does not receive payment set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void. No further action taken by the city, and the existing lien amount will be $91,200 shall be reinstated.
All right, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the code officer and reviewed the stipulated agreement. I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulated agreement wherein the original lien amount in the amount of $91,200 is being reduced to $5,908.78, which shall be due and payable by July 26, 2023. Failure to make payment by that date will result in the amount reverting back to its original amount of $91,200 and shall never be eligible for a lien reduction again.
Next, item number 18, case number 20-2249, property address 621 South H Street. Property owner Dixie Capital Partners LLC. It's a public request lien reduction and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Turek.
Sue Ella Turek, previously sworn, City of Lake Worth Beach, and the property owner Dixie Capital Partners LLC, owner agent for the property owner described below, herein referred to as owner, hereby stipulate the following matters. 621 South H Street, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner has met all requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $5,600, and the owner agrees to pay $0 to settle this lien release with receipts. The city recommends the order be entered, reducing the lien to $0, and the owner agrees to sorry.
Yeah. All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony, most of it, the code officer. And having reviewed the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by both the city and the property owner, I'm going to go ahead and reduce the lien that was originally $5,600 to a debt of $0.00.
Thank you.
Next item is on page 17, item number 65, case number 22-1838, property address 926 South J Street, property owner Brown Loring, Officer Turek.
Sue Ella Turek, previously sworn, case number 22-1838, owner Lori Brown, property is 932, property owner's address is 932 South J Street. The property location is 926 South J Street. The violations consist of business license 1432 and 1435 to pass a use and occupancy inspection. Issued courtesy notice on 3/13/23. Certified mail was received on 3/16/23, and the property was posted on 3/15/23. Property was re-inspected on 6/23, and photographs have been taken. I have had personal contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time is July 31st, 2023, or a fine of $75 per day, with the administrative costs of $25.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, I hereby find that there was proper service that the violations as stated and the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to come into full compliance by July 31st, 2023, otherwise face a fine of $75 a day until the violation is corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city in regarding this case and bringing it to magistrate.
Item number 66, case number 23-375, property address 1217 South N Street, property owner Dirk the Rock, Officer Derek.
Sarah Turk previously sworn. 23-375 is the case number. The owner's name is Dirk. The owner's address is 18231 South Second Street in Fountain Valley, California. The property location is 1217 South End Street. Case was initiated in February of 2017. The violations are as follows. The Lake Worth business license and the inspection, 1432 and 1435. He failed the UNO inspection on 2/17/23 and did not show up for the inspection that was scheduled on 5/4/23. The violation, all other violations, 1217, violation 1217 for trash and debris to store cans out of public view on non-pickup dates. And that's everything. The violation notice was initiated on 4/6. The reinspection was 6/5/23, found to be in non-compliance. Certified mail was received on 4/21/23, and the property was posted on 4/17/23. Property was re-inspected on the 20th, June 20th, 23. Photographs were taken. I've had no personal contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time would be July 31st, 2023, at a fine of $75 per day, or to pay administrative costs of $425.29, to also be paid by July 31st, 2023.
All right, so in the case file, they actually didn't even show up for their inspection.
Correct.
All right. All right, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the code officer. I'm gonna enter my order, finding that there was proper service and that the violations as stated and the notice of violation did exist and continues to exist. I'm gonna order the property owner to come into full compliance by July 31st, 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. Also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this case. I'm bringing it to magistrate.
Thank you.
Next is on page 1, item number 1. Case number 22-1245, property address 2203 North Federal Highway. Property owner 2203 College Park LLC. It's a public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Dio.
Thank you.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 22-1245. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement for lien reduction with property owners Edward Strotberg and Rachel Tate. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 2203 North Federal Highway, Lake Worth Beach. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $42,000, in which the owner has submitted receipts and agrees to pay $3,839.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $3,839.50, and owner agrees to make payment by August 30th, 2023.
Yeah, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Which one? I'm sorry.
The original and what it's reduced to?
The original lien totals $42,000, and the lien has been reduced to $3,839.50.
I heard 50,000, so.
Oh, no.
In my brain.
All right. Having reviewed the file or the testimony from the code officer and reviewed the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by both the property attorney and the city. I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulation wherein the original lien amount in the amount of $42,000 is being reduced to $3,839.50, which shall be due and payable by August 30th of 2023. Failure to make payment by that date will result in the lien reverting back to the original amount of $42,000 and never be eligible for lien reduction again.
Next is item number 23 on page 6 of the agenda. Case number 22-1822, property address 1604 13th Avenue North, property owner 13th North LLC, Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach, case number 22-1822, owner's name 13th North LLC. Property address is 1604 13th Avenue North. The case was initiated as an internal complaint on October 18, 2022. Existing violation is 23.2-21. Permit number 22-3970 is expired and has no inspections. Property re-inspected on June 20th, 2023 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 16, 2023, and the certified mail was returned. But the property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 20th, 2023. The last re-inspection was on June 22nd, 2023, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There was personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is July 31st, 2023, with a $75 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
Having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, I'm going to go ahead and order the property owner to come into full compliance by July 31st of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violation is corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29. Excuse me. In regard to fees and costs incurred regarding this case, I'm bringing it to magistrate. Thank you. Next one.
Next is item number 27. Case number 23-478, property address 1224 14th Avenue North, property owner Dane Jackie and LC, Officer Dale.
Thank you.
Officer Leticia Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 23-0478, owner's name LC Ardane and Jackie. Property address is 1224 14th Avenue North. The case was initiated as a field observation on March 10, 2023. Existing violations are 14-35, no use and occupancy inspection, 14-32, no active business license, 23.4-19, remove all outdoor storage from property, 23.2-21, no permit for addition added to rear. The property was re-inspected on June 16, 2023 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 15, 2023, and the certified mail was delivered. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 17, 2023. The last re-inspection was on June 20th, 2023 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been no personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is July 31st, 2023, with a $75 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
Having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to go into full compliance by July 31st. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city. In regards to this matter, I'm bringing it to magistrate.
Item number 28, case number 23-490, property address 1406 Richard Lane, property owner Angel Alvarez, Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach, case number 23-0490, owner's name Angel A. Alvarez. Property location is 1406 Richard Lane. The case was initiated as a field observation on March 13, 2023. Existing violations are 23.2-21, no permit for fence installed. Property re-inspected on June 16, 2023 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 16, 2023, and the certified mail was delivered. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 17, 2023. Last reinspection was on June 26, 2023, and found to be in noncompliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is August 1st, 2023, with a $75 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by August 1st, 2023.
And having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, I hereby find that there are violations that stay on the notice of violation that exist and continue to exist. I'm ordering the property owner to come into full compliance by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this matter. I'm bringing it to magistrate.
Next item is on page 19 of the agenda. Item number 73. Case number 23-324, property address 1010 10th Avenue North, Maine. Property owner Anthony Groves, Inc. It's a vacate an order. Officer Dean.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. Owner's name is Anthony Groves, Inc., case number 23-0324. The city is requesting to vacate the order finding violation and assessing fine and claim of lien entered into on May 25th, 2023.
Okay, and basis for the vacating. All right, having reviewed the file and heard the request from the city, I'm going to go ahead and vacate the order that was previously entered on May 25th, 2023. Right. And that order has been signed. It's in there.
Next item is on.
Okay.
Sorry,
If
next
you wanted it
item.
or not.
Next item is on page 3 of the agenda. Item number 12, case number 17-2546, property address 1754 South Road. Property owner, case name, Third Temple LLC. It's a public request lien reduction. Officer Peter.
What was the agenda? Oh, 12, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach and the property owner Media Plus LLC has entered into a stipulated agreement. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on property located at 1754 South Road, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $26,700, and the owner agrees to pay $2,670 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,670, and the owner agrees to make payment by August 28th, 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, this stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $26,700 shall be reinstated.
All right, I hereby find, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the court officer, and having read over the stipulated agreement for lien reduction that has now been signed by both the property owner and the city, I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulated agreement wherein the original lien amount of $26,700 is being reduced to $2,670, which shall be due and payable by August 28th of 2023. Otherwise, the lien will be revert back to its original amount of $26,700 and will never be eligible for lien reduction again. Next one.
Next, item number 14, case number 19-28. Property address 201 South F Street, property owner Ruth Boyer Estate. It's a public request, lien reduction. They have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Pierce.
You said 1928, right? Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach and property owners Boyer Trust Estate has entered into a stipulated agreement. The person executing this stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on property located at 201 South F Street. This property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property total $13,575, and the owner agrees to pay $1,375 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered to reduce the lien to $1,375, and the owner agrees to make payment by July 30th, 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $13,575 shall be reinstated.
All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the court officer and having read over the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by the city and the property owner, I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulation wherein the original lien amount of $13,575 is being reduced to $1,375, shall be due and payable by July 30th of 2023. Otherwise, the lien amount will revert back to its original amount of $13,575 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again.
Item number 15, case number 20-1765. Property address 201 South F Street, property owner Ruth Boyer Estate. Public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Pierre.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach and the property owner Boyer Trust Estate has entered into a stipulated agreement. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on property located at 201 South F Street, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $46,125, and the owner agrees to pay $4,612.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $4,612.50, and the owner agrees to make payment by July 30th, 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $46,125 shall be reinstated.
All right, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the code officer, and read over the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by the city and the property owner, I'm gonna approve the stipulation wherein the original lien amount of $46,125 is being reduced to $4,612.50, which shall be due and payable by July 30th of 2023. No payment is received by that date. It'll revert back to its original amount of $46,125 and will never be eligible for a lien reduction again.
Next item is on page 13 of the agenda. Item number 48, case number 22-1847, property address 1025 South G Street, property owner Carlos and Maria Vega. They have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Pierre.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach and property owners Vega Carlos O and Vega Maria P have entered into a stipulated agreement. The person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulated agreements and bind. The owner is granted until July 31st, 2023 to obtain compliance. Owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct violations. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code sections cited by the date set forth in section 3, a fine of $50 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in section 3. The fine to be imposed will become a lien on the property. The owner understands that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed.
All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer and having read over the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by both the property owner and the city, I'm going to approve the stipulated agreement wherein the property has agreed to come into full compliance by July 31st of 2023, otherwise face a fine of $50 a day until the violations are corrected.
Next is item number 49, case number 22-2083. Property address 709 Latona Avenue. Property owner Adam James, Officer Pierre.
Thank you.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach, property location 709 Latona Avenue. This was a field observation. Case was initiated December 1st, 2022. Violations are as followed: 1432, 1435, obtain business license and UNO inspection for Adams James E. 2-7562, remove all dirt, mold, mildew from structure. Add globe cover to light fixtures, remove washing machine from outside exposed to elements. 2-7566, remove boards from windows. 23-4-19, outdoor storage has to be screened from public view. All other violations have been complied. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on April 19th, 2023. Certified mail was in transit as of April 24th, 2023. Certified mail was posted at City Hall and on property April 21st, 2023. Last reinspection was done on June 28th, 2023. Photographs were taken of the property and personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending a bifurcated order due to the boards on the window. So for the boards on the window, the city is recommending until July 5th, 2023. And for the other violations, the city is recommending until August 3rd, 2023, or the owner shall pay fines of $75 per day, plus the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by August 3rd, 2023.
All right, having reviewed the file and the testimony from the code officer, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist, one of which is a potential life safety issue regarding the boarding of the windows. And as such, in regards to that violation, I'm going to order the property owner to come into compliance by removing the boards by July 5th of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violation is corrected. In regards to the remaining violations, I'm going to order the property owner to come into full compliance by August 3rd of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. And I'm granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in relation to fees and costs incurred in relation to this case and bringing it to magistrate.
Next is item number 50, case number 22-2259, property address 1200 South B Street, property owner Eduardo Toledo Llamas, Officer Pierre.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. Property location is 1200 South B Street. This was a field observation. Case was initiated December 20th, 2022. Existing violations are 2-21, permits required for the installation of shed, canopy, and fence. All other violations have been complied. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail March 15th, 2023. Certified mail was received March 17th, 2023. And property was posted in City Hall was posted on March 17th, 2023. Last inspection was done on June 15, 2023. Photographs were taken of the property and personal contact was made with the owner. The city recommends that the owner be given until July 31st, 2023, or fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
All right, I hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard testimony from the code officer, that the violations that stated in the notice of violation did exist, and some of which continue to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to come into full compliance by July 31st. Otherwise, July 31st, 2023, otherwise pays a fine of $50 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city. Regarding this case, I'm bringing it to magistrate. Next one.
Item number 52, case number 23-180. Property address 701 South B Street, property owner Gerardo Di Girolamo. Sorry, Officer Pierre.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach, property location 701 South B Street. This was a field observation. Case was initiated on January 23rd, 2023. Existing violations are 23-4-4, repair damage fence on property. 2759, remove landscape debris and trim overgrowth on landscape. All other violations have been complied. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on April 19th, 2023. Certified mail was returned to sender June 12th, 2023. Property was posted in City Hall was posted on April 21st, 2023. Last reinspection was done on June 28th, 2023. Photographs were taken of the property and violations. Personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until July 25th, 2023, or fines of $50 per day plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 25th, 2023.
Third, hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to come into full compliance by July 25th of 2023. Otherwise, pays a fine of $50 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city. Regarding this case, I'm bringing it to magistrate.
Item number 54, case number 23-417, property address 718 South B Street, property owner SB LLC. They have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Pierce.
Thank you.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach and property owners SB LLC has inserted into a stipulated agreement. The person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulation and bind. The owner is granted until August 31st, 2023 to obtain compliance. Owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code sections cited in Exhibit A, a fine of $75 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in Section 3. The fine to be imposed will become a lien on the property. The owner understands that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed.
All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the court officer and read over the stipulated agreement, which has now been signed by both the city and the property owner, I'm going to go ahead and approve the stipulation wherein the property owner is going to come into compliance by August 31st, 2023, and otherwise face a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected.
Item number 57, case number 23-450, property address 1417 South Sea Terrace, property owners Florim Taris and Revolt Hosset. They've entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Pierre.
Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach and the property owners Florim Therese and Revolts Chasette have entered into a stipulated agreement. The person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulation and bind. The owner is granted until August 31st, 2023 to obtain compliance. Owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3, a fine of $50 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in Section 3. The fine to be imposed will become a lien on the property. The owner understands that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed.
I hereby find, having reviewed the file, excuse me, and heard the testimony from the code officer and having read over the stipulated agreement that has now been signed by the city and the property owner, I'm going to approve the stipulated agreement wherein the owner is to come into compliance by August 31st of 2023, otherwise pays a fine of $50 a day until the violations are corrected.
Item number 61, case number 23-565, property address 520 South C Street, property owner FYR SFR Borrower LLC, officer P.
Thank
Why can't I see?
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach, property location 520 South C Street. This was a field observation. Case was initiated on March 22nd, 2023. Existing violations are 1432, 1435, obtained business license for FYR SFR Borrower LLC. 2-7562, place house number on structure, seal cracks in rear of home, paint structure as needed. 12-17, remove garbage cans and recycling bins from public view. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on April 28th, 2023. Certified mail was received on May 1st, 2023. Property was posted and City Hall was posted on May 2nd, 2023. Last reinspection was done on June 28th. Photographs were taken of the violations. Personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until July 24th, 2023, or fines of $100 per day, plus administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by July 24th, 2023.
Okay, hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer that there was proper service and that the violations as stated and the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm hereby going to order the property owner to come into compliance by July 24th of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of $100 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this case and bringing it to magistrate.
Item number 63, case number 23-661, property.
Page 17.
Sorry. Property address 1326 Tropical Drive, property owner 1326 Tropical Drive LLC, officer Pierre.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach, property location 1326 Tropical Drive. This was a field observation. Case was initiated April 17th, 2023. Existing violations are 1432, 1435, obtained business license for 1326 Tropical Drive LLC. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on April 27th, 2023. Certified mail was received on May 2nd, 2023. Property was posted and City Hall was posted on May 2nd, 2023. Last reinspection was done on June 20th, 2023. Photographs were taken of the violations and personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until July 31st, 2023, or fines of $75 per day, plus administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by July 31st, 2023.
I hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, that there was proper service and that the violations as stated and the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to come into full compliance by July 31st of 2023. Otherwise, pays a fine of $75 a day until the violation is corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this case and bringing it to magistrate. The next one.
Okay, Page 1 of the agenda. Item number 2. Property address case number 15-209, property address 524 North East Street, property owner 3 Aaron 8202 LLC, Officer Dorcius, public request, lien reduction. And they have entered into a stipulated agreement.
Thank you.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorcius of the City of Lake Shore Beach Code Division. The City of Lake Shore Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction with the property owner 3 Aaron 802 LLC. The owner agent of the property. The person who executed the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 524 Northeast Street in Lake Shore Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the city code ordinance relating to lien reductions. The lien exists on the property, totals to $17,700, and the owner agrees to pay $3,540 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to a special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $3,540, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than August 1st of 2023. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action taken by the city. An existing lien of $17,700 shall be reinstated.
Okay, hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, and having reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction that has now been signed by the city and the property owner, I'm going to approve the stipulation wherein the original lien in the amount of $17,700 is being reduced to $3,540, which shall be paid by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, the lien will revert back to its original $17,700 and shall never be eligible for a lien reduction again.
Item number 3, case number 15-606, property address 517 Northeast Street.
Thank you.
Property owner 3 Aaron 8202 LLC. Public request lien reduction. They have entered a stipulated agreement. Officer Dorcius.
The City of Lake Shore Beach Code Officer Federline Dorcius with the City of Lake Shore Beach Code Division. The City of Lake Shore has entered to a stipulated lien reduction with the property owner 3 Aaron 802 LLC, the owner agent of the property described below. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 517 Northeast Street in Lake Shore Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements, section 2-69.3 and section 2-693.1 of the city code of the city's code ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to $11,175, and the owner agrees to pay $2,235 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to a special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,235, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than August 1st of 2023. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action taken by the city. An existing lien of $11,175 shall be reinstated.
All right, hereby find, having reviewed the file and the testimony from the code officer, having reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, which has now been signed by both the city and the property owner, I'm going to approve the stipulation wherein the original lien amount in the amount of $11,175 is being reduced to the amount of $2,235, which must be paid by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the original amount of $11,175 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again.
Item number 6, case number 21-234, property address 316 North H Street, property owners J&H Street Family Trust, stipulated agreement, public request lien reduction. They have all entered. Sorry, Officer Dorcius.
Code Officer Federline Dorcius of the City of Lake Shore Beach Code Division. The City of Lake Shore Beach has entered to a stipulated agreement with the property owner J&H Street Family Trust. The person executing the stipulated agreement has authority to enter to this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on a property located at 316 North H Street in Lake Worth Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements, section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of city's code ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to $37,000, and the owner agrees to pay $3,700 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $3,700, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than August 2nd of 2023. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further actions taken by the city. An existing lien of $37,000 shall be reinstated.
All right, I hereby find, having reviewed the file, heard the testimony from the code officer and read over the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, which is now being signed by both the city and the property owner. I'm going to approve the stipulation wherein the original lien amount in the amount of $37,000 is being reduced to $3,700, which shall be due and payable by August 2nd, 2023. Failure to make payment by August 2nd, 2023 will result in the lien reverting back to the full $37,000 and never being eligible for a lien reduction again.
Item number 7, case number 21-1728, property address 1500 Lucerne Avenue. Property owner Lakewood Towers, Inc. Public request lien reduction, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Dawes.
The city of Lake Worth Beach has entered to a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction with the property owner Lake Worth Towers, Inc. The person executing the stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1500 Lucerne Avenue, Lake Worth Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements, section 2-6.9 and 2-6.93.1 of the city's code of ordinance relating to reductions of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to $122,250, and the owner agrees to pay $12,225 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $12,225, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than August 2nd of 2023. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further actions taken by the city. An existing lien of $122,250 shall be reinstated.
All righty, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer and having reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, which is now being signed by both the property owner and the city, I'm going to approve the stipulation and in which the original lien amount in the amount of $122,250 is being reduced to $12,225, which shall be paid by August 2nd, 2023. Failure to make payment by that date will result in the lien reverting back to the full $122,250 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again. Wow, that's big.
Next, item number 8, case number 22-412. Property address 616 Lucerne Avenue, Unit 1. Property owner 616 Lucerne Avenue, LLC. Public request lien reduction, stipulated agreement.
Jean, do you want to
Officer.
call all 4 of them? Because all the numbers are the same, only the case number changes.
Okay,
616 got 4 cases.
okay. All right. So then we have also item number 9, case number 22-420. Property address 616 Lucerne Avenue, number 4. Case number 22-422. Property address 616 Lucerne Avenue, number 5. Case number 22-425. Property address 616 Lucerne Avenue, number 15. Property owners for those 4 units is 616 Lucerne Avenue, LLC. They are all public request lien reductions, and they have entered into stipulated agreements. Officer Dawes.
All right. The city of Lake Worth Beach has entered to a stipulated lien reduction with the property owner 616 Lucerne Ave LLC. That the person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien at the property located at 616 Lucerne Ave Unit 1, 616 Lucerne Ave Unit 4, 616 Lucerne Ave Unit 5, 616 Lucerne Ave Unit 15. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-6.9 and section 2-6.93.1 of the city code of ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the properties total to $10,200 for each, and the owner agrees to pay $880.64 for each unit to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that in order to be entered, reducing each lien down to $884 for all 4 cases for each lien to be paid by no later than August 1st of 2023. If the state does not receive the payment if the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action taken by the city. And the existing lien amount of $10,200 for all 4 units will be reverted back to its original amount for all 4 cases.
Okay. All right, in regards to,
one more thing. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. The property owner submitted receipts for the amount of $5,000, the owner submitted receipts for $5,574.58, which was divided equally between the 4 units. Which made each reducing the lien down to $880.64.
$80.
Yeah, $880.64.
all right, in regards to case number 22-0004112, the amount of okay. In regards to unit 1, the lien amount was $10,200 based on the stipulated agreement. The lien is getting reduced to $880.64, which shall be paid by August 1st, 2023. Otherwise, the lien will revert back to that $10,200 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again. In regards to case number 22-00420, which is in regards to unit number 4. The lien amount in the amount of $10,000 based on the stipulated agreement, which has been signed by both the city and the property owner. The lien in the amount of $10,200 will be reduced to $880.64, which shall be paid by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the full amount of the $10,200 and never be eligible for lien reduction again. In regards to unit number 5, which is case number 22-0000422, we're having a lien in the amount of $10,200 based on the stipulated agreement that has been entered by the city and that has been signed now by the city and the property owner. The lien amount in the amount of $10,200 is being reduced to $880.64, which shall be paid by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the full amount of $10,200 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again. And lastly, in regards to unit 15, that is case number 22-0000425, with a lien in the amount of $10,200. It is being reduced based on the stipulated agreement between the parties that has been signed from $10,200 to $880.64, which shall be paid by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, it will revert back to the full amount of the $10,200 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again. And I think I did all of those right, but just in case, that's 4 separate liens getting reduced from originally $10,200 for each, getting reduced to $880.64 based on stipulated agreement for each case. The stipulated agreement had been signed by both the city and the property owner and paid by August 1st, 2023. Otherwise, it'll revert back to the original, and that's separate ones per each case.
Right.
Next on the agenda is.
You're making me work out today.
Item number 32, page 8.
No, you're good.
Case number 22-1928, property address 216 South L Street, property owner 216 South L Street LLC, Officer Dosius.
Thank you.
Code Officer Fedleen Dorciers of the City of Lake Shore Beach Code Division, case number 22-1928. Owner's name 216 South L Street LLC. Owner's address 142 Southeast Fifth Avenue, Suite A in Delray Beach. Property location 216th at South L Street. This case was initiated from a citizen complaint on November 4th of 2022. Existing violation 14-32 business license, 14-35 use and occupancy inspection, 2-756.2 general requirements to please repair the crack or broken exterior window. All other violations have been complied or resolved at this time. The property owner received courtesy notice number 12171 on December 2nd, 2022. The property re-inspected on December 20th, 2022 with the owner, and again on August 8th of 2023, and found to be in non-compliance. The former notice of violation was issued via certified mail on August 14th, 2023. The certified mail was not received. Certified mail is currently in transit. The property in City Hall was posted on August 21st of 2023. The property was last re-inspected on June 22nd, 2023. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner. The city recommendation time for voluntary compliance is August 1st of 2023, or pay the fine of $75 per day, plus the administration cost of $425.29 to be paid by August 1st, 2023.
All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violation as stated in the notice of violation did exist, some of which still continue to exist, one which was complied. I'm going to order the property owner to come into full compliance by August 1st, 2023. Otherwise, pays a fine of $75 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this matter, and bringing it to magistrate.
Next is item number 35, case number 22-2271, property address 522 South N Street, property owner Caitlin and Frederick King, Officer Dosius.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorcius, the City of Lake River Beach Code Division, case number 22-2271. Owner's name, Caitlin and Frederick King. Owner's address, 522 South End Street. Property location, 522 South End Street. Case initiated as an internal complaint on December 27th, 2022. Existing violation 2-756.2 general requirements to please repair the damaged wood on a rear detached wooden siding. 23.4-4 for fences, walls, and gates. To please repair, replace, or remove please repair, replace, or remove white wooden fence up to 60 feet. That fence can be replaced without a permit. More than 16 feet, please contact the building department. Courtesy notice 12324 was issued on December 27th, 2022. The property is re-inspected on March 6th, 2023. The property is found to be non-compliant. The former notice of violation was issued via certified mail on March 7th, 2023. Certified mail was not received. The property in City Hall was posted on March 13th of 2023. The property last re-inspection was on June 26, 2023. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had no personal contact with the owner. The city recommendation time for voluntary compliance is August 1st, 2023, or pay the fine of $50 per day, plus administration cost of $425.29 to be paid by August 1st of 2023.
All right, I hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation that exist and continue to exist. I'm hereby ordering the property owner to come into full compliance by August 1st, 2023. Otherwise, pays a fine of $50 a day until the violations are corrected. I'm hereby also granting the city's request in the amount of $425.29 in regards to fees and costs incurred by the city, and bringing this matter before the magistrate. Next one.
Next, item number 39 on page 10 of the agenda. Case number 23-319, property address 28 South Palm Way, property owner Wallace Family Holding Company LLC. They have entered into a stipulated agreement. Officer Dosius.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorcius, the City of Lake River Beach Code Division. The city has entered into a stipulated agreement with the property owner Wallace Family Holding Company. That the person signed the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to the stipulation and bind, that the violation exists at the owner's property located 28 South Palm Way in Lake Worth Beach. The owner is granted until September 27th of 2023 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A, and the owner that the owner is granted until September 27, 2023, to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. The owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations and agree that he will not request the same. That if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $75 will be assessed. That the owner understands that the City of Lake Forest Beach Code Compliance Officer will reinspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed to correct the violation in Exhibit A.
All right, I hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer and having read over the stipulated agreement that has not been signed by the city and the property owner, I'm going to approve the stipulation. I'm going to approve the stipulation wherein the property owner will come into compliance by September 27th of 2023, otherwise specified of $75 a day until the violations are corrected.
Item number 40, case number 23-435, property address 523 South M Street, property owner Matthew Stetson, Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorcius for the City of Lake Forest Beach Code Division. Case number, property owner's name and address already been read into record. Property location is 523 South M Street. Case was initiated from a field observation on March 3rd, 2023 by Assistant Director of Code Compliance, Yolanda Robinson. Existing violations 23.5-4 historic preservation. To please bring the property up to current building code or to demolish. Nothing has been done at this time. The formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on March 7, 2023. The certified mail was not received. It was actually returned back to the city. The property in City Hall was posted on March 8, 2023. The property was last re-inspected on June 26 of 2023. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner, but it was not regarding this particular case. The recommendation time for voluntary compliance was on August 1st, 2023, or paid a fine of $50 per day, plus the admin cost of $425.29 to be paid by August 1st, 2023.
Clearly unoccupied, right?
No, it's not occupied.
Okay. And they didn't talk to the city about it?
No, the last I heard from the owner was last month. That was regarding a different case about trimming that tree back, but they never spoke about this current case about bringing the property up to code.
Okay. Wow. All right. Having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the code officer, and I hereby find that there was proper service and that the violations as stated on the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm going to hereby order the property owner to come into compliance by August 1st of 2023, otherwise pays a fine of $50 a day until the violation are corrected. Until the violation is corrected, and also granting the city's requesting amount of $425.29. Is there a concern about safety and people going in there?
Honestly, during my last inspection on June 26th, I noticed that the boards were removed, and I noticed that from the rear of the property while I was in the alley.
Okay.
The windows were boarded up on the lower level, and on the top level, the windows are no longer boarded. So I'm not sure if people are in there or not, but we're not allowed to be on the city. The owner has trespassing signs all the way around. Well, we're not allowed to be on the property.
Here's what we can do. Does the city, I mean, again, every jurisdiction is different. Does the city have the ability to go ahead and somehow secure the premises so we don't have especially little kids going in there?
I remember an email between Yolanda and I guess who's representing the property about the city not trespassing on their property.
If they have no trespassing, we.
But at that point, the point that the magistrate enters an order, you would have the right of absent something else preempting it. So why? Again, I mean, especially now that the kids are out on vacation, they're gonna find stuff to do, and that looks like great property to go play, and yeah, I would too. So,
Talk about for the board of maybe board.
I can actually make it part of the order.
And what would have to happen if she enters an order for us to board, even if there's trespassing signs, I believe, I'll have to check with legal since she's not here, but I believe as long as we have the order from the magistrate, the contractor can have that order in their possession to get.
I've done it. I do it all the time on other jurisdictions, especially with the trimming and I mean, and the city does it already with the weed. It's the same process. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give the property owner 5 days to go ahead and secure the property so that there's no trespassers. And if they don't go ahead and take care of it within 5 days, and I'm gonna I'm gonna allow the city to go ahead and just because I'm entering, it doesn't mean that they're gonna do it, but at least that's there. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-enter the order. I'm gonna hereby find, based on the evidence presented on the testimony from the code officer, that that there was proper service and that the violations as stated in the notice of violation did exist and continue to exist. I'm gonna order the property owner to secure the property within 5 days. Otherwise, face a fine of $150 a day until the violation is, until the property is secured. Failure to secure the property within 5 days will I'm gonna go ahead and enter it as part of my order. I'm gonna allow the city to go ahead and enter the property if after 5 days the property has not been secured, so that the city can go ahead and secure the property, and any expense incurred by the city in securing the property will result in that, and the owner shall be responsible for any fees incurred by the city in regards to any work performed to secure the property, so we don't have trespassers. I'm deeming it a health and safety issue, especially with kids being out in summer and the potential for somebody getting hurt in that property. In addition, in regards to the violations, I'm going to order the property owner to come into full compliance by August 1st of 2023. Otherwise, face a fine of, I'm going to make it $150 a day until the violations are corrected. And I'm also going to grant the city's request in the amount of $425.29 for fees and costs incurred by the city regarding this case and bringing it to magistrate. Thank you.
Okay, next is page 19, number 74. Case number 23-174, property address 619 North K Street, unit number 2. Property owner Yudmila Mulligan Trust. And it's a request to vacate an order. Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcius. Case number, property owner's name and address already been read into the record. The city is requesting to vacate the order finding violation, assessing fines and claim of lien that was entered on May 25th, 2023.
The property sold 4 days prior to the hearing.
Oh, all right. That would be a very good reason for it.
There should be a copy of the new deed. In
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah. I have it on the 23rd of May. All right, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony of the city, I'm going to go ahead and find good cause for the order to be vacated. And as such, I'm going to go ahead and go run the request and sign the order. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, you too.
Next is page 4 of the agenda. Item number 13, case number 20-1129, property address 1005 South End Street, property owner Maureen Gedrich. Public request lien reduction, entered into a stipulated agreement. Supervisor Hicks.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. The person executing the stipulated agreement has the authority into the agreement. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1005 South End Street, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. All violations are now in compliance. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts and dues to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code compliance case for the lien have been paid. Owner does not have any other properties in the city with active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $47,500, and the owner agrees to pay $4,750 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate in order to enter into reducing the lien to $4,750, and the owner agrees to make payment by August 29th of 2023. If the city does not receive payment in set four, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void and no further action shall be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $47,500 shall be reinstated.
I hereby find, having reviewed the file and heard the testimony from the officer, and having read over the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, which has been signed by both the property owner and the city, I'm going to approve the stipulation wherein the original lien amount of $47,500 is being reduced to $4,750, which shall be paid by August 29, 2023. Failure to make payment by that date will result in the lien getting, the amount reverting back to the full amount of $47,500 and never be eligible for a lien reduction again.
Okay, we move to the foreclosure agenda now, which is on the last page. My name is Jean Madu. I'm the remedial secretary for the city of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance Office, and the city is requesting authorization of foreclosure on the following cases. All these have been recorded for more than 90 days and at this time are not homestead properties. Case number 10-2294. Case 21-2541, 22-1213, 22-1580, 22-1592, 22-1825, and 22-1833.
Alrighty, in regards to all these cases read, based on the evidence from the record and the testimony from the city, liens have been recorded for more than 90 days, and as such, I'm going to go ahead and approve the city's request to move forward with foreclosure proceeding as to those cases. That concludes our agenda.
We're ready to adjourn.
Alrighty, great. We're done with our agenda today. We are adjourned. Thank you all.